Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DuoEsports quarterfinal matchup between Tssst Tssst and DTS.
DK goes for the ADC. Oh my
goes into that one. Goodbye, Frost. You are dead. And so is the rest of Tssst Tssst. Doctor's gonna follow second. Claw to go on third on the list as well. Another stun card out of Dong of Vicious coming in through. Navigate not able to get back to the fountain, and the Destiny pop. An ace for DTS. An 18,000 gold lead for DTS.
Swain's not going to be able to show off here unless he TPs. He's going to go for the TP. Swing in Skarner to confirm this.
Alright, there they're going towards this one. Tssst Tssst are looking good in this fight. Actually, never mind, they're not looking so good in the fight because they get removed from the map. 4 kills in the snap of a finger for DTS.
Unless a good catch is made by Draconia, which appears to be right now.
Oh my lord, Caster Curse OP. That is going to be Manga in all sorts of trouble. Whirling Death to come through. Not going to be able to land on top of its target. Tssst here looking to try and get the fight that they need calling on towards the back line. Novik Thrust might step a little too close on that one, and he gets hit by the Seer. It's going to pop him right afterwards. Oh my god, the Arcane Comet picks up the kill, and it's an ace for DTS. Your 5th seed is making their way straight to the semifinals. DTS, they don't even need Jin Daddy on this one, and there's the Nexus.
The engage comes through, the hook onto the Castillo, as well as the heroic charge. She's taken out of the fight instantly, and now booted in the back, the Ragnarok forward, and he's going to take down him as well. Now the 2 backline members of Corey in the House have gone down. GP split pushing in the mid lane. The Emperor's Defy not landing on anyone, but it doesn't matter. Oh, but the action, oh, the blast code over the side. Skarner failed it, but now the ultimate from Busta was landing the knock onto all 3 people. Booted with the unleashed power, going to be taken down by the Syndra, and the flash forward by Big Bobby Daddy. The Impale is still there, and 3 members instantly go down on the side of Corey in the House. They're doing a lot of damage in the back. The Glacial Fissure landing just on the Azir, but a huge Aqua Prison as well as a wave. Will this mean the game? Big Bobby Daddy is now the target onto all of them, but in the back the wave will fall to the ultimate power. Now a Law in the front, Aqua Prison not landing onto anyone meaningful. Glenn looking for some kills in the back line. We're going to be scattered, weak stun, going to go through. Now he's demounted, the flash forward from Law, and Zeno falls. Pop stopwatch falls. Cedar only left in the bear trap on the rope, has landed as well, and that is a 4-man wipe. A lot of damage, the rocket jump is forced away. The Redemption gonna heal. Now the Righteous Glory from the engage. Now in the backline, keep an eye on the Kalis, and First Defy gonna push them off the backline. They are playing front to back right now. They are kiting backwards. Now Pit on is gonna fall. Dr. Dieter jumping forward. Now the starter's gonna fall. Now stopwatch is the next target, but a huge scout of the week landed by Syndra. It's a close fight so far. The way round rebound, and Gawain manages to take out Aurelius. You know, that is an ace. 2, 4, 5, and that is the game.
A lot of Carcion, and they can't even get him. Now Bluted, way too close. Wild Growth pops him up. Carcion up in the front line. Now GBG is well on the back line as the Wild Growth Warwick combo turns out absolutely beautifully
right now. So he could definitely do some.
Whoa, flash! Hesitate, Omen goes in, 2-shot barrage with the whole team! Hero picks up kill number 1. Booted will get the shutdown kill. It's a double kill for Hero, a triple kill coming for Hero, the quadra kill coming for Hero of Termina! The flash over the wall, GBG's looking for it, he cannot land the stun! But what a play, and a Baron stop out of NaughtyNips!
Omen has been kind of bodying Gawain over and over, so I feel like one of the junglers are going to show up, and someone's going to die. Who? I don't know. Actually, might have a
right. Omen might actually be in trouble here. There's the Twin Fang trying to bounce around the shockwave, but he pops him in the middle lane. Gawain with a solo kill. But can they change anything about it? They pull the Carcion out. Tidal Wave to come through. Shockwave lands only on a Hero. Oh, NaughtyNips are very low in this one. Bluted steals the Baron, and now Omen gets shut down once again. The damage to come through. GBG tries to get right on top of it, and the rest of NaughtyNips are coming through. Gwaine gets hit by the taunt, gets taken low, but Barbies will not be going down. They shut down Bluted. Dragon possibly costing Corey in the House the upset that they were looking for. GBG teleport!
He has, I mean, he has all the buffs.
NaughtyNips are there just to stall. Stop the butts, boys! GVG's going for the Nexus turrets. Gwain's going down on this one. Shen knocking on it with the baseball bats. Torn away, not gonna matter. Due, you can't do anything. Bludit's just there to run away. Corey in the house are gonna be collapsing on this one. There's nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, and you might have doubted them just for a second. But NaughtyNips are gonna guarantee you that punching the ticket to the grand finals.
Now the last thing that comes through on the Zac is not going to land on anyone but the Pulver. The Pillar is there, going to lock down his own teammate. Blight with the subjugate is going to be quite tanky, but the Redemption is not going to be enough. Chocho in the back, firing with the spray and pray. We'll take down 2 members. The Nethergraft is there on the Jin Daddy, as well as Poppy. Poppy has arrived with the heroic charge, but he doesn't have enough damage to actually clean out anyone in this fight. Now the Vladimir going to go onto the back line, as well as the pool, the Tide, the Blood, the Transfusion will give power to the Poppy. Q, but he a lot of damage. ZZ now trying to take down Tiki, trying to get anything for his team, denying the Zac jump, but the left bounce going to be enough to take him into 5 members. Oh, the unstoppable onslaught coming down the mid lane, going to be engaging onto this, wanting to pass in front. A huge shockwave will land on 4 members, but is it enough? Nino taking low in the back line, has to wild growth her herself. Will this mean the fight? Varus flashing away in the back line, free firing as much as he possibly can. Will be taken out though by the Orion in the back line. Blight trying to tower dive, and that is 3 members down. Kidafire and GP are the only members to survive, but they are out of mana, and Kidafire will fall. That is a wipe. That was a Caitlyn. Down the call the Fort shot. Going to miss again as the Orb misses a massive ultimate. Now the members of Hyping will all fall. Sion in the back, going to go down to the Ignite. Now Ari going to look for more damage as he dashes in with the charm, but he will go down next. Sion passive doing a lot of damage. Now Z3 in the back, going to go down as well. No, he's actually going to almost kill Jin Daddy with the Bellows Breath. Oh! Coming through, but Jin Daddy managed to take him down. That is a 2 for 5 in favor of BGCS. Onto the TF, the Call of the Fort God will land, but the Barrel combo is there. Now Blight's in trouble. The Gold Card, he will fall instantly. This is a 4v5. The Destiny is available. Going to Destiny to the side. He'll summon the Hawk along with the spinning axis, and Ari's the next one to fall. Not even going to be able to use fire. Searing charge away. Nubbing side does not have Whistle Prison up. Alistair, ultimate, going to keep him taking, but probably not enough through the CC, and he will go down that. That is 3 members down, and Piping lost this game. Essentially, because of the way that the crowds work. Yeah, even if they don't have the game here. No, they do. They have. Or do you want me to hype it up? Now the next hit falling to 4,000 HP, 3,000 HP. They're going for the end. 2,000, 1,000 XP.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. and welcome to the DuoEsports Season 2 Grand Finals between 1st seed NaughtyNips and 5th seed DTS. Joining me on the cast tonight is, in color cast,
howdy, it's me, Daniel.
and also joining us, the legendary trio cast coming to you hot is gonna be...
How you doing? I'll be handling the super tough, big, explosive play-by-play casts. I'm Drex here.
Alright, so we're jumping straight into Champion Select, boys, casting some grand finals. What do we expect to see coming through for the bands?
I think Swain ban's a really good choice. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Vlad ban from the side of DTS to target ban Owen. It's one of his stronger picks. You see a Shun ban. I don't know how I feel about that. GVG did play it to much success.
That very much GVG did. One of the strongest, if not the strongest player on NaughtyNips. He's proven time and time again that he knows his top lane. We'll see if they decide to ban out his Gangplank or his Gnar, both of which are also viable options, and the Twisted Fate ban comes through.
We see a Trundle ban. We might actually see an Olaf pickup from the side of DTS here. Trundle being one of the biggest counters to Olaf, because if Trundle pillars the Olaf, his Ragnarok's not going to do anything.
Now we won Warwick banned away from Akarsian, proven to be his best jungler, and very solid performance against Corey in the house in their semi-final matchup. With it, the first pickup, what's it gonna be?
I actually don't know. Ooh, is the Olaf pickup? Trundle was banned. Ooh, they do pick that.
It is gonna be the Olaf pickup and the lock-in. However, Takey has a Gangplank of his own to whip out, and that will be locked in. Looking at what the teams have so far, the Olaf pickup, what do you think it might allude to?
I'm pretty sure they're going to try to go for some early game plays with the Olaf pickup for sure. It's going to be interesting. They actually pick up Skarner, who I think Skarner does pretty dang well into Olaf personally. The Ragnarok can stop the Skarner ulti, which, you know, isn't too great, but I think it's pretty good. We do see Rakan pick up. Ooh, Zyra Rakan.
Alright, you've been going on about this all season,
Yes.
you finally get it. Tell me how good it is.
Oh, the matchup's so strong. It was nerfed recently, though, so it's not as strong, but I still think it's probably an S or an A tier bot lane.
Alright, good stuff. Against a Zyra Rakan, what should the side of DTS pick for the Chocho and Dongafishus? What works against Zyra Rakan?
Morgana is probably the best pick you can play into Rakan. It's super hard for Rakan to engage onto Morgana. I would personally love to see a Morgana ban here. We do see a Zoe pick up on the mid lane here. How do you feel about that, Drax, after the sort of resurgence of Zoe?
Well, Zoe did get nerfed really hard. They took a lot of wave clear out of her Q and added a lot more damage to her passive, so she's definitely a lot harder to play now. We'll see if Jin Daddy, being the star of DST so far, if he can pull it off correctly.
I definitely think he can. DTS, you know, Jin Daddy for at least 1 to 2 champions, those champions being Zoe and or Rise. We've seen what his Zoe can do all season, and I think Omen's gonna have to be very careful in the mid lane in order to not get clapped by it. Like Jin
I very
Daddy
much
does
like the
every
Caitlyn
other
ban here.
mid
I feel like she is probably the strongest ADC left up that isn't Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa is still open in this champion select, and that character is disgusting right now. I'd love to see her picked up by DTS here. Do you see the Rise ban on Owen?
A little bit of respect thrown down towards Omen's Rise. Not sure if that would have been the pickup. However, we'll see what he decides to lock in.
Oh, is he actually not going to go Kai'Sa here? I think that's so surprising.
See, we got a Twitch hover, we got an Ash hover. We might see a Kai'Sa hover. Looks like it's gonna be the... Oh wait, the Chocho!
Oh.
I think that Draven might be the lock-in. We've seen him absolutely massacre the enemy bot lane with it, but it's not gonna happen. Twitch is locked in.
Interesting. Lane phase is gonna be super, super rough for this Twitch. You're gonna, if you can get out of lane phase, I think it's fine, but it's for sure gonna be rough. Some mid lane hovers here, more of the roaming type of mid laners, so I think they are gonna try and pressure that bot lane. Zyrocon has so much setup. Ooh, is that gonna be the classic Vladimir from Omen?
Why, yes it is.
Ooh, wow. The Gnar hover. I think Gnar's a pretty good pick here.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's going to be the lock-in for GVG. 100% here. I've hovered over it before. How it's one of his best champions. Singe is not going to be locked in at all. That would be a very bizarre pickup that would easily give TTS Game 1 victory. These are all troll hovers. Please dismiss. Okay,
Jax
Jax.
pick up here. Interesting.
How do we feel about that? But let's go with you, Drax.
Sure. Well, we can talk a little bit about the Jax versus Gangplank matchup. Gangplank does have a pretty good advantage with just sitting on his barrels, but Gangplank is a much harder champion to play than Jax, so GVG might just roll this guy over.
We've seen him roll people over all season long. We've seen him on the GP. On the Gnar, we'll see what he can do when a champion built to run people over.
Okay, so if Zyrocon doesn't win this bot lane, I'm actually gonna be in awe. I'm also pretty certain Rakan is taking Spellbook because he is running Ignite and Exhaust, which is super, super cheese for the early game, but it's basically a guaranteed kill.
Alright. Jax versus Gangplank. Olaf versus Skarner. Vladimir versus Zoe. With the mid laners on some of their most known champions. Xayah versus Twitch. Rakan versus Sion. Whose team comp are we liking more and why?
I think late game DTS takes the edge very slightly here. I think Twitch GP late game is actually just insane. But then again, on the other hand, with NaughtyNips, with the Xayah, Rakan, the Vlad, and the Jax, it's really tough, but I have to go with DTS. Twitch and GP are just late game monsters. Plus the Sion support, I don't know.
Alright, fair enough. What about you, Drax?
Well, just in terms of pure composition, we can go line by line here. Jax should, like we mentioned, probably does have an upper hand against the GP just because GP doesn't really win these kinds of matchups up until Diamond. Olaf versus Skarner is really good for Olaf at all stages of the game. Vladimir versus Zoe is decent for Vladimir. Not a losing one, not a winning one too hard, but pretty even. And of course the Xayah Rakan. So as long as Naughty can get the lead in the early and mid game and push it, they'll win. But if they let it drag on to late, as Daniel mentioned, they will just lose.
Oh boy. I do have to agree with the round table here. It could be very dangerous if they let that composition get a little too late into the game. So I'm going to give it over to them as well. Looking at the jungle matchup here, Double XL on this Skarner. Where do we think he's going to focus in the early stages, if at all?
If I had to take a guess, I think we're going to see some pressure from him on mid lane and or bot lane. I don't really see him going top too often unless the Jax does push in the GP, which he should be able to, like Jax said. GP is a very hard to play character up until Diamond Elo. Like, those barrels, man, it's hard.
Alright, do you think the same, Drax?
Yeah, absolutely. Double XL, though, Skarner not a great ganker early, so what he should be doing is just trying to match Olaf's pressure, if any, and just try and rush that level 6 so he can impale someone and bring them to their imminent death. Otherwise, those early pre-6 ganks on Skarner are not going to be doing too much, actually. He has really no targets in any of the lanes that he could actually reasonably kill. So definitely he should be pathing his jungle route to try and rush that level 6.
Definitely the case. Also, kind of a big thing that we've overlooked is that AD carry Hero of Termina is actually not playing. As of right now, NaughtyNips have their bottom lane of Hindsight, Naughty Green, a little different from the Hero of Termina Barbie's Naughty that we saw in the semifinals against Corey in the house. Do we think this is a better or worse bottom lane?
Yeah, basically.
Alright, fair enough. I'll take that as a response as well. I think, in my opinion, answering my own question, it's pretty even. Corey in the house was when they brought out Hero Barbie, and Hindsight Naughty Green is what they're bringing out for the finals here, most likely due to strategy or something amongst those lines. So, I still think it's a pretty good bottom lane, and player-wise, I think the Chocho and the Dongavicious aren't just as much as a challenge.
Quick shout out to the Twitch chat. There's currently a straw poll going around. Please leave a vote on who you think will win this matchup, NaughtyNips or Tssst Tssst.
DTS.
Same.
Hashtag DTS win, hashtag NN win, put it in the chat. Which one do you think will be able to win the shop?
Ooh, you actually see the Comet coming out from the Scion support here. Might try to poke down the Zyra Khan matchup. If Twitch and Scion walk up too far, you don't want to mess with Zyra Khan level 1 first off, but if they walk too far up, Twitch is going to have to blow Flash at level 1. Else she's just going to get destroyed. Do you see the Predator from Olaf and the Skarner? Quite interesting. Spellbook from both mid laners. I'm starting off with the Ignite into the heal from Jin Daddy. Should win that early.
Alright. We are hopping right onto the Rift here. And I'm pretty sure we might see a 5-point spread. But that can be wrong just as much as it might be true.
I think Tssst Tssst might go for something a little bit cheesy. They're gonna go into the mid bush. They're not gonna be spotted. Oh.
Uh-oh.
I don't think they notice either one of them are there.
Could be very, very dangerous. Carcion, the closest member, doesn't have any reason to go up to that bush right now.
Ooh, nothing comes out of it.
Nothing comes out of it. DTS, they move back, they advance back into their own jungle, and they'll proceed back to standard lanes.
Do you see the minion dematerializer and the stopwatch for the Zoe? Gonna try and push that lane in a bit early. Sapphire Crystal start for the GP. Interesting. Yep. He also took Grassly and Dying into this lane.
Alright, that definitely is going to imply that Takey's going to want to be able to poke out GVG very early on. Make sure that he has enough mana to use that Gangplank to maximum efficiency. And instead of trying to brawl out the Jax, a strategy that may not work, decides to instead try and poke him out.
You see standard jungle starts from both junglers here. Olaf actually doing his Wolves second. Interesting.
A little bit of a different pathing to come through.
God, oh, I feel so bad for the Twitch Scion. That lane is super rough. GP getting the early level 2 here. Uh-oh.
Oh, and now in the bot lane, Rakan dashes forward, and now Zaya's coming in with the damage, but the Fed is not going to be enough to actually force anything out. Scion taken to half HP, but no summoners burned.
Oof.
Ooh.
Once Zyra Khan hit level 3, they're gonna have all their abilities up. Super rough, and I don't think it gets much better for the Twitch Scion. I think level 6 Zyra Khan wins that super hard too. Twitch just needs to try and hit late game or wait for jungler ganks, but as we said, Skarner's pre-6 isn't too great. Skarner is topside. He might try to go for something. Nah. Going back to his jungle.
GVG too pushed in, too safe underneath his own turret, really, so the gank wouldn't work or make a whole lot of sense. However, we'll see how GVG handles all those minions. Think he might lose a few underneath the turret.
Do you see a Darksteel start from the Vlad? Junglers have not ran into each other yet, which is quite interesting.
No, they have not. They have avoided each other at all costs so far. Down on the bottom half, Acarcion with this Olaf pickup, not in any position to gank the bottom lane of DTS.
Ooh.
A little bit of trade damage up in the top lane. It's nothing more than the leap strike and the auto attack out of GVG. And I'm looking at this matchup. Double XL heading towards bottom lane? Question mark.
Yes. Skarner actually picked up his boots, and he has Predator, so we might actually see a Force Flash from the Xayah. And you gotta remember, Rakan actually didn't take Flash in this lane. He has Ignite and Exhaust. But, on the other hand, Olaf is bot side too, and if he doesn't recall here, which I think he should, yeah, he is, Skarner could probably actually go for a play here with his Predator.
Possibly could. They might be looking for it right now. There's the decimating smash.
Whew.
Not
Boots
gonna
picked
go.
up by the Olaf too. Both their Predators will
Now
be on
Skarner
fire.
comes in with the gank. Predator has been activated, but runs out just as he gets there. Nothing comes of it.
Daddy's actually just destroying Owen in this lane. Wow.
Yeah, so for a CS advantage by a wave for him as well, and for that gank down on the bottom half, pretty spooky stuff, but if there were a level 6 scenario, would have turned out very differently. Level 4 Skarner gank, not that powerful though.
So the lane is about halfway to 6. Once GP hits 6, we'll have a lot of global pressure with that ulti.
Absolutely, we will. In the meantime, though, it is just simple, basic farming for these players. Maybe something spooky in the bottom lane. Dongovich is trying to land these decimating smashes from the brush where you cannot see them, in fact, but not able to land the mark.
Actually,
Another
about a
gang through
200
comes through. The Sleeping Trouble Bowl does land onto Vladimir with the Cannon Barrage. Now DuoExcel not letting the Fracture stun onto the Vladimir, and Vladimir's trying to turn it. 2v1. The Transfusion does come through, and he survives for a little bit longer, but he will go down. Wait, Zoe goes down instead. Now that's the first blood, and Omen is now at 40% HP, looking for the second kill on the dub, but it will not go through. And that is the 1v2 outplay from Omen in the mid lane as Vladimir.
Ooh. Spicy outplay from Omen there. Jin Daddy was winning that lane too. I think Skarner is on the enemy team, just helped out Omen a lot. So he does pick up the Lost Chapter, though. Will help with some of the mana issues she was having. Do you see a TP from the GP top? GP has no ulti either. You used that on the mid gank that failed.
Yeah, in fact he did. However, nonetheless, very good stuff coming out of NaughtyNips, and Omen in particular. They turn it on to Jin Daddy, one who was looking best for him. They come up with the first blood, and that's some gold in the mid laner's pocket. It's going to be used for the Hextech Revolver and the Kindle Gem.
Yes. GP picking up his Sheen here. Really good to have. Makes his barrels damage way higher, makes his Q damage higher. Just all around really good. Do you see the BF sword on both of the 80 carries? Twitch actually picking up boots, though, as Xayah has 3 pots. See how that works out. Pretty sure Xayah Rakan can kill the Twitch Scion really easily now. We do see Skarner pathing towards bot side. I wonder if Rakan will get a deep ward to spot the Skarner. We'll see, though.
We will see. Naughty Green pretty close to 3 members of DTS, but not close enough to get himself in any more trouble. Actually, he might be in a bit of a pickle there. Nope, Battle Dances away, and will get himself to safety with his partner Hindsight.
Rakan did swap out the exhaust for Flash. Couldn't get that early cheese kill that they wanted to.
Perhaps figuring that the earlier summoner spell was not exactly worth it with not much going on. Not too many skirmishes in the bottom lane, and not exactly how they may have pictured it.
Pretty sure we're going to see a play bot side soon. 4 people on the bot side of the map. Neither of the top laners have TP, but the GP ult is coming back up soon.
Oh, GVG's really low on this one, but he's still going for the play.
Whew! Jack's damage coming in. Has the cloth armor too, so GP does a little bit less damage. Olaf is on the top side of the map. You do see Skarner on the bot side. Is spotted on a ward in his own jungle. GP does back for the Stinger. Overall, super close game so far.
Something, yeah, pretty close, not too
Oh.
bloody.
Interesting.
Nah.
GP actually ulted for his minion wave.
Huh. Alright,
Pretty cool down.
definitely. Alright, definitely safe play out of Takey, who does not want to use that for a fight, and definitely implies that his team may not be in one soon either.
You might actually see something on the Dragon bit here.
Oh, now the unstoppable onslaught! Sion missing it completely. Sleepy Trouble Bowl does land to Zaya, and the ultimate doesn't come through. The fracture, the impale, it's all there. But now Zaya manages to flash away. The Feather Storm, she still goes down. Chocho in the back, going to go down to Olaf in a brief second here. Akarsian trying to get the last auto attack. Misses the axe. And the
It
misses. Naughty Green. Now the next target, Jin Daddy with a combo. Omen is here to try and salvage some of the Hemo plague ticking on Jin Daddy. It's not going to be enough to get them any kills, and it is a 3-for-1. The Sleepy Trouble Bubble does not land, and the action ends there.
Oh, really awkward positioning from Zaya there. You can't get hit by that Sleepy Trouble bubble. Just look at what happened. And the Zaya either was great, but she was already too low on HP. Just unfortunate for them.
Unfortunate is exactly how you put it there. 80 carry positioning on both sides was a little sketchy. However, it didn't go absolutely against them. The trade isn't terrible, but it's still not what they were looking for.
Jax has the
Rubble Bubble lands with the flash away from Jin Daddy. Gonna take
my
the
lord.
But now
There's the
flash
polar
from
bottle.
Omen.
Oh my lord!
Wow! Jin Daddy getting destroyed in this matchup. Had the stopwatch up too, was past the 10-minute mark, so just a misplay on the side of Jin Daddy. Just well played by Omen. Jax does have Ninja Tabby. Lane's gonna be pretty rough for the GP, but if they can just keep farming, GP should have an advantage. GP does have about a 200 gold lead off the parlay stacks from his queue.
That he does, and what a mid lane matchup right there. Jin Daddy went back in with the portal jump and the paddle serve, but the damage not enough to kill Omen, who then turns it back onto him.
But now the gang comes through. The fracture not landing onto Jackson. Now the double counter strike gonna come through. The Ragnarok from Olaf trying to speed forward with the chilling smite. Takey taken low. Has no flash available. The flash from GVG is going to get them the kill. Now on the bot lane next, some aggression from Donga Vicious, but it will fall. That is a 1-for-0 in favor of NaughtyNips.
Whew. That is really bad for the GP. Already struggling in this matchup versus the Jax. Gets a kill for himself. Yikes. We do see Twitch optimizing towards the BF into Zeal. Most likely a Hurricane.
Oh no, Jin Daddy might be dead!
Chemo play comes through. Does he have enough damage? No, Omen not recepting him on the other side of the portal, allowing Jin Daddy to live.
Omen just, wow. Mid lane matchup isn't even close. People said this is the hype matchup. Well, Omen's just destroying.
That he is, and we had our doubts about Omen, especially with how he was playing in the Core in the House matchup. Very BM-ish, if you will, against the enemy mid laner. However, in this matchup, he's looking top tier, just when he needs
face
to.
checks. The decimating smash lands, but it's dodged. Now the quickness going to land into the Feather Storm. Now Chocho taken low. The Olaf is for the gank. Ragnarok not available, but it doesn't matter. Chocho going to go down. Now Donga Vicious is the next target. This is a 3v2. Both mid laners rotating down, but the action ends there, and Chocho falls as the next casualty of the NN train.
DTS just keeps getting picked after picked after picked. I mean, Jin Daddy keeps getting solo killed by Omen. I mean, this isn't looking good for DTS here.
No, it's not, and now that will be the Cloud Dragon started on the side of NaughtyNips. They will be able to secure this one. No contestation whatsoever. 13 minutes in, there's the Cloud Dragon.
Oh boy. Like how Zion and Rakan aren't recalling with each other. Feels bad, man. Rakan does have the completed Eye of the Watchers. Picks up Moby Boots. Might see some roams from him. Uh-oh.
What? GVG?
Oh, this poor GP. It's so hard for him now. He'll
And just
probably pick up a Ninja Tabby with the 700 gold he has on him. Does have the components for it. Picks up the Phage instead. GP's back to lane.
one basic combo from GBG right there. Taking Takey solo and forced to use the teleport as well. Some scary stuff coming out very early on out of this Jax.
Oh, Jin Daddy. Oh, so underleveled. That is a rough one for him.
That is, and it's going to force Jinday to do something we haven't really seen him do at all, in fact, and that is play from behind. Even on his Orianna, one of his lesser performing champions, he was still doing pretty good in the laning phase. This time, on one of his more signature champions.
The gank comes through. The fracture does land. GVT going to be impaled. Now dragged back into the cannon barrage. He has no flash available, and he will go down to the parley. Now in the mid lane, the jump forward from Rakan looking for the kill onto Jin Daddy, and Jin Daddy for the third time this game falls.
Oh.
NaughtyNips answer back in the mid lane. DTS answer back in the top lane.
Uh-oh. They're gonna get first turret for NaughtyNips.
First turret, going to be close. No, not
Oh, wait, a
not close at all.
Carcion.
Not close at all. Carcion may not favor dueling two members of DTS on his lonesome. The turret goes down to NaughtyNips. The trade kill goes over to both teams. A 1-for-1 in the solo lanes.
However, Omen got that first turret gold on himself, while Jin Daddy dies again. Omen is 2 full items to Jin Daddy's 1.
Unstoppable onslaught coming through, and now the Feather Storm used as well. Twitch in the back, rat-a-tat-tat, firing away, but it's not enough damage. Does not have a completed item yet. Hindsight going to take a little bit more damage, but the trade is going to put both supports low.
Good stuff out of DTS to recognize that initiation right there. They go in with the charge, they make it work, and they come out on the winning end. Sion taken down to roughly 50%.
Ooh, the redemption from Zoe, healing him up. Gets the blue for herself. Oh. Lane is
16 minutes in. Rift Herald's up. Which team's gonna go for it?
I'd probably say NaughtyNips. Just Omen, if they go for it, Omen just runs topside. He's so strong right now, I think he just wins the fight on his own. GP does have the full Trinity Force now. It's a really good spike in power for him. Actually up about 350 gold on the Jax. Pretty insane.
Double XL and a little bit of... Alright, Scumbag Naughty Green takes away the Gromp, picks himself up his 9th CS.
LubXL was leashing that for him. He canceled his auto. He was giving it to him. It was a donation.
100%.
Xayah will have her completed Essence Reaver on her back. Twitch picking up the Runaans. Really good buy for him. Uh-oh. Sion doesn't have ulti here.
They do not know that a Carcion's in the brush. They have the control ward for vision. Omen is coming down from the middle lane. Something big might be happening here. DTS bot lane's in trouble!
Stoppable.
Well played by DTS. They saw
Onslaught
it coming.
still not available. The Ghost from Omen walking forward. Going to be in the minion wave now. The counter engage might come through. Predator activated by the Skarner. The flash impale. Now Vladimir going to be taken low. The rat-a-tat-tat. The pool comes through. The Sleepy Trouble Bubble does land onto Rakan. And now Rakan's going to fall at the same time as the Vladimir. Now the Olaf trying to Ragnarok forward. Trying to get something for his team. But they're tower diving. Hindsight falls to the tower as well. For 0. Quadra kill for Chocho.
Everything goes south for NaughtyNips, so they decide to fight in the turret 18 minutes in, and the Chocho picks up 4 kills out of nowhere. DTS with an incredible turn.
Omen just went to Int. Wow, that is not what you want when you're NaughtyNips. Twitch picking up a quadra kill there. 2k gold. He can almost buy his Infinity Edge off that. He can buy his Infinity Edge off that fight.
That is not what you want right
and
there.
I'm pretty sure Xayah is going second item Infinity Edge, which is pretty terrible. I don't know what that BF sword is building into, but I heavily dislike it.
Ooh, Naughty Green looking to maybe auto-attack away the Rift Herald. He's not going to have as much luck because GVG's coming around the corner.
The quickness. Going to be taking low, but the flash comes through. GVG has flash available. Does he go and use it? Omen now looking once again, caught in the same predicament. The pull comes through to dodge both the Sleepy Trouble Bubble and the decimating smash, but he's gonna be taking low anyway. Jin Daddy looking for the kill. The Cannon Barrage does take him down at the very end of it. The Rift Herald, 26 HP. Who does it go to? Not entirely sure. Switch to the back. 2 items completed. Going to be rat-a-tat-tatting his way through them, and they will win the fight. 4-0 in favor of DTS.
Oh,
What
boy.
a flip-flop here, Twitch. Whew! This Twitch is one big rat. Uh-oh.
Holy moly, it may not even be over yet. Hindsight now forced to use his ultimate defensively away from the turret. And NaughtyNips, they're sitting there scratching their head as DTS and the Chocho are absolutely running them over.
This is not what you want when you're NaughtyNips. The 2 biggest win conditions for the side of DTS are the most fed members on the team. GP getting his upgrade to his ulti. Other big things for the side of DTS.
Alright, you are on the side of NaughtyNips right now. What in the world do you do to stop this gold lead of DTS from accelerating any further?
Try to look for a big pick with the Rakan ulti and the Vladimir and the Olaf. I have Jax on top of that too with the Xayah AoE. You still have a pretty damn good team fight on the side of NaughtyNips here. You still have a very strong Vladimir. Twitch can get decimated by that Vlad if Rakan can find that engage. But he has to find it is the hard thing, and we'll see. And you also do not want to get picked by the Skarner, which has been a lot of the recent, issues NN has had this game. Uh-oh.
But now the engage comes through, the unstoppable onslaught. Sion looking for the Rakan. Rakan gouging away, but now the pull. And now Omen, now the next target, and he's gonna go down! 1-0 so far. Will the engage continue? Predator activated by a Carcion, but it's over for now. Twitch survives the assassination attempt.
They got picked again! If you keep getting picked over and over again, you're just gonna keep throwing your lead, and look at this point. Now there's a 6k gold lead on the side of DTS.
Yeah, they tried to kill the Chocho in that fight, couldn't quite take him out. Omen's burst damage, not enough, and now they are absolutely getting punished for it. The middle turret will go down.
Whew. Such a big lead on the side of DTS. We see the Banner of Command on the Scion here. Gonna be quite annoying to the side of NN to take out. I really dislike Xayah's build here.
What do you think would be better?
Zeal item. If you don't want to go rapid fire this game, Phantom Dancer would not be bad, but I think you should go Essence Reaver, rapid fire into Infinity Edge. I think that would be way better to go here. If you're going Essence Reaver, Infinity Edge, you're going to cut your DPS in half. You're gonna burst pretty hard if you crit, but right now they need DPS and not burst because they have a Vlad, they have a Jax. They need someone doing consistent damage right now, and that build's not gonna cut it.
Well, with him going for the Infinity Edge right now, that's going to hurt NaughtyNips' overall damage output in these fights. Hindsight's in particular, of course, but NaughtyNips are also not going to be able to repel these Stongavicious Scion engages as easily.
Uh-oh. Carcion might be caught out here.
Looks like a little bit of BM coming out. Now the Decimating Smash lands as well. Carcion spamming his laugh. The back massage greatly appreciated.
No fear at all from him. Just held on to the Ragnarok. What's up?
Pretty scary stuff to come through, but Carcion does get out with 50% of his health bar.
Twitch does pick up the Executioner's Calling here, going to mitigate Vlad's healing and Olaf's healing by quite a bit. Quite good. GVG might actually be caught out here.
Oh, GVG might be in trouble.
Goes through.
Uh-oh. Carcion.
Uh-oh.
He has no fear, the Ragnarok comes through! Spray and pray in the back. Twitch trying to take him out. The poison and the red buff eventually going to take him down. Dongavicious is now the reciprocation. Now, they're in the bot lane. Counter-strike. Right through the Counter-strike. The barrel comes through. And he will go down. 2-0 in favor of DTS.
Unlucky, dude.
Alright, GVG finally gets taken out. They roam down the lane long enough.
Uh-oh.
They do take out GVG, but now they might be taking out Naughty Green!
Flash forward, and he's gone.
Honestly, if the side of DTS just keep pressuring bot side, if they don't send anyone there, they just get a free inhib most likely. Uh-oh.
Oh no, that's really bad. Omen now might be in trouble.
No one's sent to the bot side of the map yet from NN. Olaf finally going there. Uh-oh.
Well, the flash forward, the engage comes through. Now the quickness, the ultimate, they're coming. They're all gonna go down. The hindsight in the back, trying to do as much damage as he can. Twitch does fall. Now Vladimir's the next target for the members of DTS, but he hasn't fallen yet. Zoe is here to help them out in this fight. Olaf in the back, trying to help as well.
Jax
Naughty
is
Green
TPing.
dueling the dub. XL onto the Skarner, but they managed to get away with their lives. Jax now flashing forward
to the flag!
Yin Daddy going to be taken low, but the Sleepy Trouble does land. Akarsia with a flash undertow will take Zoe down. Dub XL, now the next target. Zaya trying to do as much damage as she can. Doesn't have any attack speed though. I wonder why. GP has to flash away, and Skarner lives as well. 3 for
That
1
might be Baron.
in favor of NaughtyNips.
Oh, Twitch, what are you doing? Twitch opts for a Hex Drinker here instead of a QSS, where for Khan R's him, he can QSS flash from the W, which would help since his positioning obviously isn't too great. Could QSS the Jax stun, could QSS the Olaf slow if need be, the Zaya route. But instead he opts for the Hex Drinker, which I really dislike.
Maybe looking for a steal here, gets really close to, and is actually gonna get NaughtyNips very low on this one!
Uh-oh. Twitch ult.
The ultimate comes through by Sion. Unstoppable onslaught. Twitch trying to do as much as he can. Baron was secured by Zaya, so this is Naughty's Baron. The back comes through from Rakan, trying to escape. But now they are trying to clean up as many Baron buffs as they can. Olaf will fall. No, the barrel combo completed. Akarsia, can he turn it? No, not going to be enough damage, and he will fall. But Vladimir is here to try and do as much damage as he can. The pool coming down. Chocho going to go down as well. This is the 1v1 between Dongavisions and the Vladimir. Zoe and Skarner on the way up through the river, trying to get this Vladimir to die. He does.
We'll see if Omen can get out of this one. He's going to get hit by the Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Forced to use Zanya's, and down he goes.
Only 2 Barons left alive from the side of NaughtyNips here.
Yes. Breaking down what we just saw. NaughtyNips, they turn on the switch. They make the big plays happen. They get the kills on DTS. But then they go for the Baron Asher, which on its own, when there's just a gangplank up, is perfectly fine. But this gangplank was not afraid to get in their face with the barrels, get in their face with the ultimate, and they did get punished for going for the Baron Asher pretty big.
Twitch actually going for the Maw third. I really dislike that. And I dislike Zaya going for that Infinity Edge second even more. We do see Twitch flanking. He might actually catch out a Carcion here.
Uh-oh.
Twitch...
Carcion... pretty tanky. He's not gonna get taken out just from 2 orders of Jocho, but... Takey does a lot of damage at this stage of the game. They have to be very careful of those barrels. Even a Carcion, who's the tankiest member on the team.
If I was Naughty Green there, I would have just RW'd the Zoe instantly. Just got her killed.
Well,
what?
Dyrard, she heard that much. Just not the
Viable
rest.
ulti. Twitch used to be playing way safer in these fights. The Rakan can just engage on him, and if he dies, I think they instantly lose.
Dragon getting bounced around by both of these teams, NaughtyNips and DTS, reeling in and out, taken down below 4,000.
With the huge grand entrance, the counter strike in the back. Twitch will fall. Zaya's in the back, free firing. Sion going to be the next target. He will go down as well in the back. Jin Daddy not going to be able to do enough damage. Omen zoning away 3 members of DTS. Now the next target to go down will be the Skarner, and so far it is a 3 for 0. The Mountain Drake is still up, and DTS lose the fight.
This Twitch's positioning, man. You got the gold. Just you gotta position better. He's playing way too far up in these fights. If he just sits back, looks for the right opportunity to spray and pray, we'll just kill them all. But he keeps getting caught up by Rakan. He keeps getting caught up by Jax. Just
here's the plus for GTS is that the minions. Oh wait, Jin Daddy.
Oh no.
Take it low. The Empower Transfusion along with the pool will go down under tower. 44-second death timer. Let's see what they can get more. Cannon Barrage comes through. Twitch is here. Ultimate comes out. Going to be doing a lot of damage along with Decimating Smash. No one has fallen quite yet, but Akarsian will be the first target. A Omen now taken low. The unstoppable onslaught down the mid lane as well. Vladimir does fall, and the next target, Xayah, has no flash. Featherstorm coming up in just a couple of seconds here. Will fall to the Ignite shortly. And Rakan manages to get away with his life. 3 members fall in the greed for the tower.
NaughtyNips overstaying again. Just
Oh boy.
Clown Fiesta after Clown Fiesta. This looks like Draxier's promo games.
Alright, I was about to point out the plus side for DTS. The minions got the top turret for them. But now another plus comes through. Even though Jin Daddy does go down, NaughtyNips overstay their welcome, get punished for it. And now DTS, if it weren't for the lack of a minion wave, might have been pushing down another turret.
Oof. Finally do see a Zeal pickup from the Xayah here. Ugh. Just that slows down her power spike so much in my opinion. Twitch finishing his Maw. Still heavily disagree with that choice. I think either another Zeal would be better there, QSS would have been better there. Just, I don't like Maw. If you really want to go for that defensive choice, if your positioning isn't up to snuff, buy a GA. Or a stopwatch or something. Just, I don't know.
Some rough stuff coming to the Chocho's gonna have to keep an eye on where he is in these team fights. We've seen the Chocho in the back, DTS do well. The Chocho in the front, not so hot.
GP actually starting to get quite big here. Gonna have 50% crit chance and another item. Somebody to watch for sure.
Yes, definitely the case.
3 items on Jin Daddy. A little bit behind early, but should be doing some good damage now.
It's gone a little overshadowed by Take Key, actually. However, GVG starting to get some beef on him as well with the Trinity Force and the Titanic Hydra going for the Sterix Gauge, presumably as well. So we'll have to keep our eyes on GVG in these fights as well.
Uh-oh. Take Key does run into the GP.
Going to flash and pale! Xayah going to be taken down already! Karsion in the back, trying to turn this fight. He's in the 4 members of NaughtyNips. Hello? I mean, that's CTS.
Monkas?
That's not his team.
Alright,
GVG is turning, you just have to
going
say
down.
I think that's the game, actually.
It might actually be.
That actually could be 5 members of DTS Strong. Hindsight and Karsion are both down the Chocho on the first turret.
GVG with the counter-strike in the back, going to be taking Twitch out of the fight already. This is a 3v4. Jin Daddy in the back trying to do as much damage as he can, but Takey will fall, and now Sion is the next target. They managed to hold the base. NaughtyNips are still in the game.
GVG with the flank. It didn't matter if he was split pushing or not, because he saves the game for NaughtyNips right there, picks himself up a triple kill, and NaughtyNips, they ain't out of it just yet.
What a monkey play, and Baron's about to spawn too. They got a yikes from me, dog. Twitch finally picking up the QSS 32 minutes in.
Alright, Baron Nashor, number 2, is spawning. Right now, it's going over to NaughtyNips, 100% here.
Whew.
This time, there's no way for them to overextend or potentially lose the Baron. They will pick it up, and they're now going to effort some of their time over to the top half of the map.
Omen's sitting pretty at 4 items here, one of those being a death cap. He's just going to destroy the enemy team. Oh, so gross.
The turret goes down. The rest of DTS, they might be rotating into Omen.
Face checks Omen. Omen already going to be able to take Twitch out of the fight. Now the counter-strike doesn't land onto anyone, but Sion's going to go down anyway. Now DTS running for their lives. The Engage trying to continue on as much pressure as they can. Sion's passive trying to dish out as much damage before he goes into the grave. Sleepy Trouble Bubble does land. I think they're going to try to hold the base. 3v5. Akarsion with the predator once again, running into
3 members of DTS. Is it going to be a repeat? We're not entirely sure. Redemption comes down. Tower's going to go down. Is this the end of the game? 20 seconds on Twitch.
Possibly. NaughtyNips might have turned it around. They've taken down the inhibitor, and looks like they're gonna stay for the Nexus turrets.
Ooh. I think they just take second inhib and they recall. Uh-oh.
Sleepy Trouble
That
doubles
could
those
be
land onto
really
Jax.
dangerous.
Nail is
GG
available.
gets hit.
Oh. Skarner has his ulti up there. He could have ran right into GVG, just ult and run back.
The minions are actually on the Nexus. Turrets for NaughtyNips here. They have to get out, and they'll be able to do so just barely.
Wait a second. Zaya didn't manage to recall, and now Skarner's looking for some prey. Willie Lynch.
Hindsight's in trouble. There's the LT flash over the wall. Hindsight just barely gets out of that catastrophe.
Both of her defensive skills use their flash and her ult. ETS should pick up the air Drake here. Kind of a consolation prize for losing Baron and inhibitor. But man, Chocho's positioning in these fights, he can carry this game, but he keeps mispositioning. He has 2 ginormous tanks, a Fed GP, and a Zoe who's scaling. If he just plays it smart, they just win, but he died 4 times in a row for free. Feels bad, man.
Feels bad, man. GVG, though, still on the split push, and he'll be able to pick himself up a turret. That's going to be 8-7 for NaughtyNips as they advance in the turret count. Inhibitor in the mid lane is now under fire by NaughtyNips. We'll see if they'll be able to pick this one up.
Omen. Oh, that was Omen. You see the ghost coming out from
Omen.
Omen. Oh!
An entrance coming through, but the impale immediately. Rakan not taken out of the fight. Now Jax starts forward. A huge counter-strike does land, and he will take Zoe out of the fight. Twitch did fall to Vladimir moments prior, and this will be the end of the game in favor of NaughtyNips.
Yes, sir. Every fight I look.
Holy moly, NaughtyNips. It doesn't matter at all what you do to this team because their damage is absolutely ludicrous, and they'll be picking up game 1 against DTS.
Whew. Monk ass, dude.
Monk ass.
Crazy stuff, but we're in a best of 5, so the mentality is very, very, very different. Instead of just, oh yeah, oh boy, we gotta win both games now. Nope. DTS, they can relax just a little bit, because they're now entering game 2 out of a potentially game 5.
Oh boy.
The ride is not over just yet. Let us quickly go down the numbers, see exactly what catches our eye, because we, of course, have some more action-packed games to get to.
Omen's damage that game was just... It was insane. 33k coming out for him. Jim Daddy actually out-damaging the Twitch there because Twitch just kept dying in these fights. He could have won that game for them, but... I don't know.
Close stuff. I'll run over the words very quickly. Not 1, but 2 players have not purchased control wards. Everyone's favorite mid laner for NaughtyNips. Alright. I can get it. The Chocho, though, didn't have time to buy a control ward. Unlucky stuff to come through. Maybe that's an investment for game 2.
Oh boy.
I do have to comment, one of the reasons why Twitch went down so easily every single fight is there was not a single support item bought on any of the members of DTS.
There
No
was a-
Locket, no Redemption, no Knight's Vow. That Twitch was alone in the wilderness.
However, his positioning could have been better there. He was always in spots where Khan could easily engage on him, or Jax could jump on him. Or Vlad could just go in. Just... It's hard for him, but he could have done it.
Yeah, it was just unlucky. That's we'll put it at that.
Unlucky. At least it's not Drax or Zaya.
Alright. Unlucky or not, hopefully DTS are able to hit the jackpot coming into game 2. We'll be right back at you to see if they're just as lucky or unlucky as this game. Dongovich is trying to land these decimating smashes from the brush where you cannot see them, in fact, but not able to land the mark.
Actually,
Another
about a
gang
2
through
on
comes through. The Sleepy Trouble Bowl does land onto Vladimir with the cannon barrage. Now Jump Excel not letting the fracture stun onto the Vladimir, and Vladimir's trying to turn it. 2v1. The transfusion does come through, and he survives for a little bit longer, but he will go down. Wait, Zoe goes down instead. Now that's the first blood, and Omen is now at 40% HP, looking for the second kill on the dub, but it will not go. Forward. Going to be in the minion wave now. The counter engage might come through. Predator activated by the Skarner. The flash and pale. Now Vladimir going to be taken low. The rat-a-tat-tat. The pool comes through. The Sleepy Trouble Bowl does land onto Rakan. And now Rakan's going to fall at the same time as the Vladimir. Now the Olaf trying to Ragnarok forward. Trying to get something for his team. But they're tower diving. Hindsight falls to the tower as well. And that's a 4-0 quadra kill for Chocho.
Everything goes south for NaughtyNips as they decide to fight in the turret. Ooh, Naughty Green looking to maybe auto-attack away the Rift Herald. He's not going to have as much luck because GVG's coming around the corner.
The quickness. Going to be taking low, but the flash comes through. GVG has flash available. Does he go and use it? Omen now looking once again, caught in the same predicament. The pull comes through to dodge both the Sleepy Trouble Bubble and the decimating smash, but he's going to be taking low anyway. Jin Daddy looking for the kill. The cannon barrage does take him down at the very end of it. The Rift Herald, 26 HP. Who does it go to? Not entirely sure. Switch to the back. 2 items completed. Going to be rat-a-tat-tatting his way through them, and they will win the fight 4-0 in favor of DTS.
That actually could be 5 members of DTS Strong. Hindsight and Carcion are both down the Chocho on the first turret.
GVG with the counter-strike in the back, going to be taking Twitch out of the fight already. This is a 3v4. Jin Daddy in the back trying to do as much damage as he can, but Takey will fall, and now Sion is the next target. They managed to hold the base. NaughtyNips are still in the game.
GVG with the flank. It didn't matter if he was split pushing or not because he saves the game.
And this will be the end of the game in favor of NaughtyNips.
Yes, sir. Every 5 I will.
Holy moly, NaughtyNips it doesn't matter at all what you do to this team because their damage is absolutely ludicrous, and they'll be picking up game 1 against DTS.
Whew.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the NaughtyNips versus DTS Grand Final matchup. NaughtyNips, they came out with the W in Game 1. Are they going to come out with the W in Game 2?
If I had to guess, I'd probably say yeah. After last game, the Chocho's positioning was just so off in those team fights. And losing the first game at a best-of-5 series isn't that bad, but it can still tilt you pretty mentally tilt you, so. You see the Swain ban again. Champion is quite disgusting.
What ban should NaughtyNips take away from DTS in that game?
Maybe the Zoe. I don't know. I actually don't think NaughtyNips has to be too scared of anything, really. Like, I don't think anything was too bad to play versus that game. Just maybe the Skarner. But other than that, I really don't think they would have to ban anything.
Alright, fair enough. And that looks like that is exactly what happens. First pickup for Takey. Will it be the GP? Yes, it will, in fact.
Ooh, interesting. 2 games in a row here. I wonder if we'll see the Jax pick into it again. Was playing quite well into the lane phase versus the GP. Ooh, I think we're going to see Zyra Khan again.
Think we will, and it'd be a very smart lock-in, and there it is.
That combo is so strong. It wasn't too oppressive last game, though, which is interesting, and I think they should have won that matchup super hard.
Wait, can they not hear us? Can stream not hear us?
Army?
Army?
Oh, I think we're being
We
trolled.
might be getting hit by me then.
Punch
Can you not
top?
hear us?
Army?
Army?
Monkas? Oh, they were trolling us. Wow.
I know it, the memeage. Okay, moving on past the peanut gallery. Nonetheless, Jin Daddy hovering his pick right now. Could be a Zoe, could be something else. It
Oh,
will be the
LeBlanc.
LeBlanc instead.
Interesting. Was reverted to something close to her old state. I personally think she's insanely strong. I think Drax disagrees with me on that, but I think she's very oppressive. However, something we can all agree on, Ryze is quite a disgusting mid lane character if you can execute him. You see the lock-in, though. Interesting. Caitlyn ban does come out, one of the more oppressive AD carries. Kaisa, still not banned. Darius banned. Maybe GP does not want to lane into that? I don't think that lane's too bad for GP, though.
I don't think we're going to see the Kaisa. Honestly, I don't think so. Because we've seen the Zyra Khan, we've seen the Twitch so far. I don't know if we're going to be seeing the Twitch again, but I don't think Kaisa works into what DTS are having so far.
I'd still go with the Kaisa here. Even with like how they have their team comp drafted, I think Kaisa is such a strong pick. If LeBlanc and Skarner do dive in with the GP ult, Kaisa can actually follow up with that, and that character's damage is just, it's so stupid right now. Her numbers are so overloaded. Do you see the Sejuani hover? Ooh. Okay, I just want to start off saying I love NaughtyNips comp right now. It's so good.
It is looking pretty good. The Rise banned away from DTS last game. Got away this time, and now Omen takes it for himself. Chocho hovering over a Draven pickup. We've seen him perform on this champion, and he's going to lock it in.
I actually do like the Draven pickup here. If he can snowball with that, it's pretty great, but it's the Rakan matchup. If Rakan actually W's onto the Draven, Draven can interrupt his W with his E. And Alistair too. I actually don't mind that bot lane from the side of DTS here. However, I do prefer NaughtyNips team comp way more here with the Shen too. Oh, the Teemo, however, even better.
Even better. So we are now in for a few troll hovers. Not actually going to know what we're going to get as the main champion until we get roughly to 2 seconds. I would say Naughty Green probably going to hover the Gnar. There we go. GVG gets himself on a very good champion.
Hindsight actually switched out this game for Hero with Termina. Interesting. Huh. You see the Gnar pickup. Oh, I think NaughtyNips team comp is actually so gross this game. If DTS's team comp does snowball, though, I think they will have the by far upper advantage. But I think if the game just like flatlines to 15-20 minutes, I think NaughtyNips is... Oh, their comp is so gross.
Absolutely. Drax, you've been quiet for some time now, my friend. What are you feeling about both of these comps?
I'm actually looking up ability names because I haven't seen LeBlanc or Draven in a cast in a while, so trying to make sure I have those ability names.
Stand aside, really death for Draven.
Wow, that's some knowledge. Let's talk about comp, shall we? You have Zyra, Rise, Sejuani, and Gnar. Once again, picking Sejuani with 0 melee champions is not a good idea.
I think it's fine here.
No one else can proc his passive except Gnar's Mecha Force.
I don't think it's that bad. I think their comp overall is so strong, even though the Sejuani passive can't really be procced. I think it's so gross.
Couple things to note: Sejuani was nerfed a couple of patches ago, trying to take away the tank jungle meta. Cinderhulk nerfed as well. That champion not in a great state. Just because of that Sejuani pick, I think actually it makes it so that DTS has a better chance at winning this game, especially. We'll be looking at Jin Daddy in the mid lane to see if he can get ahead on that LeBlanc. You did mention LeBlanc was really strong. And you did mention how I said it's a weak champion. That champion is really strong at punishing mistakes. Now, in a higher elo, not a lot of mistakes are made. But in this elo, LeBlanc is the king of killing people and catching them out. So we can definitely see a lot of power come out from Jin Daddy in that respect. Draven Alistair is actually a pretty good answer to Zyra. Doesn't include Morg, doesn't include Braum, which are the 2 classic counters, but it's still pretty decent. We'll see if Draven is caught out by the Rakan Grand Entrance. If he is not, they definitely win that by a long shot. And of course, finally, last thing to talk about is the GP versus Gnar matchup in the top lane. Once again, Takey is on the GP. He did play it. Oh, no, that was him.
Yeah,
on
it was
the
Takey, yeah.
It didn't look insane. He did miss a lot of combos that he should have landed. However, GVG is not on Jax, so the pressure is a little bit different. We'll have to see how GVG plays that matchup.
We do see the Exhausted Ignite from the Rakan again.
Yes, it's been a favorite of Naughty Green. Ignite, Exhaust, plus the spellbook, of course. You need that when you run those 2 summoner spells. It alternates between them and back and forth, and ultimately, I don't think it's a bad choice, necessarily.
If they could choose level 1, I think it's good. They could probably kill level 1, but that's if they don't leash for their Sejuani, and they are red side, so I assume they will be leashing, because Sej is pretty blue buff reliant. Do you see the cleanse from Omen in the mid lane? Probably doesn't want to get caught out by the Skarner and or LeBlanc combos. Ignite coming from the All-Star and the LeBlanc, though, will be interesting to see. Double TP from the top laners. Pretty standard, for the most part.
Alright.
You
Looking
will
at
be loading in.
Carcion. We will be loading in. But looking at Carcion, now on the Sejuani pickup, how do we think he's going to perform against Double XL Skarner that did do pretty good last game?
As Draxier said, Sejuani is a very nerfed character. I might be overvaluing her, but...
Yes, you are.
Come on, man. Okay, maybe I am. Okay. Skarner probably will, or he should be able to outdo the Sejuani in the early game. But if this game does go to late, which it very well could, I think Sejuani should have the upper advantage over Skarner because Sejuani still scales like a monster. That I'm not overvaluing. And with the Rise and the Zyra Khan, they have a pretty good scaling comp here. The other side does have GP, but the other champions do fall off.
Yeah, just to chime in, because my name was mentioned, this game has to end before 35 minutes or less if they're doing well in terms of DTS's comp. Otherwise, with the Draven, with the LeBlanc, they're just going to lose.
Oh, yeah. GP can't do enough versus Rise, Zyra Khan, and Sej and Gnar.
Rise's late game, very, very powerful. Don't want to let him get to that stage of the game, because that's when his damage becomes absolutely ludicrous.
We do see the spell book from their con again. We see it on Omen again too, but not on Jin Daddy, which is pretty reasonable. Omen probably just going to try and stalemate this lane. We do see a bush stack from BTS. I swear they do this every game I watch them.
Oh, looks like we'll see if NaughtyNips are going to take the bait or not.
You
As
see
of right
the master
now,
from Hero with Termina.
yeah, looks like we might see nothing happen. NaughtyNips are not going to take the risk. They knew that DTS invaded them last game. They're not going to let the invade work this time around. So everything stays stale, and we have basic, standard jungle starts.
We do see press the attack on the Gnar, a sign of confidence from GVG, I think. Do you see the minion dematerializer on Omen? Probably doesn't want to get pushed in by this LeBlanc, but LeBlanc really doesn't have wave clear anymore. Or, well, not very good wave clear. Standard starts here from both junglers. Usual.
Alright. Heading off into the laning phase. Not too much should happen here. Maybe a little bit of action as the Chocho and Dung. Vicious
Red entrance. He got the flash backwards, and Chocho will die the most pitiful death I think I've ever seen in League of Legends.
Oh boy.
Oh, that would have been the most pitiful, but I've watched Draxier play.
Nonetheless, in the Bronze Silver Gold competitive series, that was most definitely the saddest way to die. You flash in the wrong direction, 100% a misstep on the Chocho's part, and NaughtyNips, they will take their kill in whatever fashion they get it. Naughty Green picks it up.
Oh. That's not what you want to see from your Draven at level 1.
Let me make a small note
top side.
to all duo bot lane players out there who play AD carry support with your friends. Try and give the AD carry the kill. It's a good idea. The gank in the mid lane, the impact, the flasher, the stun goes through, and Omen taking low. The ignite is taking, but the bot the tower, and the tower's gonna take him out. No, he managed to deliver 1 HP, but the execution onto LeBlanc, it is still a 1 for 0.
That's actually pretty good for Jin Daddy there. Oh, Skarner actually doesn't push the wave in. Interesting. Huh.
Hyper aggressive play coming out of Jin Daddy there. It does work out from this, seeing how he was able to execute himself to the turret, keeps the scoreboard 1-1. They do get the kill on Omen, so good stuff coming out of DTS.
You see, the first Drake is an Infernal Drake. This could actually, if DTS picked that up, that could actually help their non-scaling issue. Quite a decent bit. At the very least, you do not want a Xayah and a Ryze getting that. You see the early tier from Omen taking a lot of damage. Ooh, the electrocute proc.
Sit with a full combo of Jin Daddy there. Some pretty scary stuff to come through.
You see Sedge bot side. I wonder if she's gonna go for play. Skarner bot side too. We'll be spotted on a control ward.
Juani's coming down for a gank here, but the control ward will prevent that from going any further, and it's just a little bit of pressure exerted.
Skarner might actually try to go for something mid lane here. Oh.
Omen has flash available. The Predator comes through. The ethereal change not gonna land. The stun does not land, but he's blinded into the tower once again. He takes another tower shot. Will Omen manage to pick up the kill? Decides not to flash forward. Could have easily picked that one up. Decides to not risk the 1-for-1.
If he didn't cancel his auto there, I don't even think he would have needed a flash. Weird play from DuoEXL there.
That was really scary stuff coming from DuoEXL. He needed to not be in turret range, ended up being in turret range anyways, and fortunately for him does not get taken out.
Oh, the Chocho down so much farm in the spot lane here. That's real bad for him. Sejuani does pick up her Bomby Cinder. See what Skarner picks up after this recall here. Picks up his Stalking Blade and a Ruby Crystal.
Definitely the case here, and looking at the bottom lane again, Hero of Termina, now in this game, hindsight, is taking a bit of a rest. They got their game 1 victory for Heinz, one might say. So Hero of Termina though, 44-25, this is just looking worse and worse by the minute.
Ooh. Yeah. Bot lane of DTS is not gonna have a fun time here. Skarner's gonna want to try and get some sort of pressure down there, but it's pretty rough. Ooh, gets his back.
Oh, stops the back to boot. Top lane though, maybe a little action.
Uh-oh. Whoa!
The flash forward, the pulverize comes through, the headbutt into the tower. Naughty Green taking 70% HP, but it's not going to be enough. The counter engage comes through. Draven hitting in the back, but drops the spinning axe. And now Zaya, doing as much damage as he can, decides not to flash forward, knowing Chocho has heal up. And the trade is won by Naughty's bot lane.
The Ignite not being enough to take out Donga Vicious there. It was enough to absolutely force DTS back underneath their own turrets. They're going to have to occupy this wave here. As NaughtyNips sitting on 1,800 gold for Hero of Termina. They're gonna back and purchase something good.
Ooh. Zaya picking up a DF sword and a long sword. Just... Oh, Raven's gonna be real sad. Raven does have enough for a BF on this recall. Whew. It's pretty unfortunate. I don't know why Donga Vicious would try to force that hard onto the enemy bot lane of NaughtyNips, because Draven's just not going to do enough damage right now. I think he should just save his flash for when DuoEXL or Jin Daddy decides to run bot.
Da 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 da. The Predator comes through by Skarner in the mid lane, but the gank fails.
Yeah. It would have worked if Omen was extended just a little bit further, but not quite the case, and...
but the Flash Impale now, Rakan taking trouble. The Polarize not going to land on anything. Naughty Green still going to be punted away from his team, but the huge dance coming through to get to his lover, and he escapes from the foursome he really doesn't want to be a part of, and he lives with his life still intact.
Alright, so that is what the Zaya and the Rakan can do with each other, bluffing the range and being able to get Naughty Green out of that situation, actually.
UVG with... Oh, wait a minute. This is close.
Gonna come down to the wire. The passive not proccing. Oh, the butthole's clenched, but no one goes down.
Dang.
Neither of them going for that last trade that would possibly take one of them out, playing it safe and sorry, as they're both taken below 20%.
Rise tier slowly getting there at 156 stacks. Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, grand entrance comes through. Alistair in trouble. Aftershock does wear off. Now he's pretty squishy. The ignite comes through on a Rakan. But the Feather Storm, is it going to be enough damage? No, Chocho trying to trade back. Now the Sejuani with the tower dive in the top lane. Takey taken low. The Mega Gnar, the ultimate, everything comes through. And the GP gets squashed by 2 tanks in the top lane. Dove with the attempt to try and turn this, but the LeBlanc as well. The damage is finally here to arrive. Karstian goes down to the ignite. GVG running for his life. Jin Daddy in the back looking for this second kill. Rise not rotating at all, and GVG left dead in the water. Sigil of Malice gonna take him down. The flash burn by GVG as well, and that is a double kill. 2 for 1 in favor of DTS.
3 kills on the LeBlanc. LeBlanc might be able to start a pretty dang big snowball here. Does go on Omen.
Might just be looking for a little bit more. Does distortion back automatically. Jin Daddy not looking for
the ultimate comes through. The quickness doing a lot of damage. The ignite comes through, but Alistair manages to get his ultimate. Hits level 6 just in time, and he will survive the all-in.
Alistair needed to wait to hit 6 there, then go in. You can't fight them when both the enemy bot lanes have their ultimate abilities and you're stuck at level 5. It's not gonna work out for you. Do you see the full Cinder Hulk picked up for the Skarner? Sejuani's still on her Bomby Cinder. Should have that when she recalls, though. You see the Sheen pick up from the GP here. Really good buy for him. Ooh, Skarner actually 300 gold ahead of the Sejuani here. A lot of good jungle pressure early from him.
Well, if we're looking at ahead in gold, we'll touch on that in just a second.
Wait a minute.
WXL with the gank has Impale available, but the flash away from Omen. Going to get him out in time. Doesn't manage to land his root, or that would have been a dead Skarner. Omen not playing these tower fights correctly, or he could be right ahead at this point.
Could be 2-1 by now.
Could be 2-1. Doesn't expect WXL to go fully underneath the tower, but as I was about to point out, look at the ED carry difference in gold. It's pretty big right now, sitting at a near...
Ooh, the Hex Flash comes through! The whole Rise Temple combo, but the re-engage onto the Draven.
Nope.
He has Flash available, but he's gonna pop like a balloon. Now Alistair's the next target, has no Aftershock, has no ultimate, and now he's the next target. Does not agree, and Hero of Termina on the Zyra duo have enough damage to take him down. Manages to get his flash forward! The Skarner is here, the Cannon Barrage as well. This is a 2v2 situation, but the Alistair pops! Now the Skarner, what is he hoping will happen here? The Impale does go through on the Zyra. The Feather Storm not gonna do enough damage, and that is a 2 for 0 in favor of Naughty with the 2v3 situation. But the action doesn't stop!
Cold with the Feather Storm! And now the rest of NaughtyNips are right around the corner. XXL didn't even see it coming.
I know every time I say this, the exact opposite happens, but I think this game's pretty over for NaughtyNips. I think they just win. Draven's 0-2, and he needs to be ahead. He's one of their win conditions in this game. Just like, Zaya's so strong. That's unlucky, dude.
Well, I think he would have been fine if he didn't donate a little bit of a gift to the enemy at 1 minute into the game.
We'll see. At least he's not win trading like you did earlier.
Oh,
Wow, you actually got him. Good stuff. It ends up going the other way around for the most part with you two, but good stuff either way coming out of NaughtyNips. They get the 2 kills on the ED carry and on their support, and as I was just pointing out, the gold deficit is getting even worse for the Chocho.
I've got to ask you too a question though. Have we actually seen a Karstian throw the Glacial Prison this game?
We have
not.
12 minutes, 13 minutes into the game. Monk ass.
One of the best playmaking tools in the game hasn't used it. It's like sitting on Varus ulti for 13 minutes. Jin Daddy going in. This is the chain. Not much gonna come out of it.
Stuart's back to his original location.
Zaya currently...
Ooh, hop, skip and a jump. And now
GG.
Gnar all-in with the Gnar ultimate coming through. GP is taken low, but Gnar might not have enough damage to finish him off. But the counter again comes in, and Pale is available. He does have it up. There are no other members of either team around, and this is a 1v1 for now. The teleport comes in by the Rise. I stand corrected. LeBlanc roaming up as well. Rise is here to save his teammate, and LeBlanc decides to back off for now. No casualties.
Soloing
Zaya is up
do get out.
1900 gold on this Draven. That's so bad.
so bad for DTS, but so good for NaughtyNips. They are doing pretty good stuff so far. Hero of Termina just needs to accelerate his lead, if not keep it even at this point, because the Chocho not doing so hot on this Draven pickup so far.
Oh. Rise looking for the heroic components there. Has 316 stacks out of 750 on his tier. Stacking quite slowly, but it'll get there. GP almost had enough gold for his Trinity course. Will be a really good buy for him. Draven seems to be building into an Infinity Edge first. I don't know how I feel about that. Uh-oh. Karsia might be in too deep here.
Members are converging on both sides. Rise looking for it. GP is here as well. Sejuani looking to dash over the wall, but instead the casualty is somehow going to be LeBlanc. He almost goes down, barely survives. Fail flash from Omen. Not going to be able to take LeBlanc down. LeBlanc survives. Rakan is the next target. Flashes away with the dance. Rise ulting away as well, trying to find out the LeBlanc, but the fight continues. Going to take down. Mega is here. The Gunnar ultimate as well. Naughty Green has no ultimate, has no dash, has no great, but the great entrance is there as well. No Omen with the re-engage. Is he going to be able to put out the damage that his team needs? No AD carries present in either fight. Alistar with the double kill. Now LeBlanc in the back going to fall to the Rise damage, and the ultimate not available for Alistar. He will have no tankiness to speak of. He will go down. Triple kill for Omen on the Rise.
Draven was missing from that entire fight. I don't know if he would have added much, but still, Chocha's not playing too hot this game. Draven's still not even a full item. Xayah, 1.5. Just, such a big lead. Omen sitting on 2,400 gold right now.
That is absolutely ridiculous. NaughtyNips are flexing their lead so far with a 5,000 gold lead, 16 minutes in.
Yikes. So it's pretty unlucky.
Unlucky.
Double Ninja Tabby from the Gnar and the Sejuani gonna mitigate even more of Draven's non-existent damage. Might as well call Draven Tickle Me Draven at this point.
Might as well do so. Dongavish is the only one even remotely in the area, but NaughtyNips will still pick up the Rift Herald, presumably use that in the top lane now, seeing as that's the only outer turret that they have not secured away from DTS.
Oh boy. Not looking too hot when 2 of your 5 kills for your team are on an Alistar. I think Sejuani's gonna run topside and drop the Rift Herald there for a pretty free tower. We'll see though. Alistar going real.
Dongavish might have gone a little too deep.
And Pale is still up for Dub XL. Who is he going to use it on? Watch for the target. The Grand Entrance. Alistar isn't the engaged target, but somehow Sejuani is picked as the Impale target. He's not going to take any damage whatsoever. And now the members of Naughty are collapsing. Omen takes down 1, 2, not going to fall down. And it is a 1-for-0 so far as the top tower is being converged on. GVG in the bot lane, no teleport available. Rift Herald
the Herald.
well.
Alright, here we go.
Lose a top tower. This game's so over for DTS.
GVG also pushing down in the bottom lane. Everything working out beautifully for NaughtyNips and Jin Daddy. Forced to blast Cone away. NaughtyNips, they're definitely gonna stay for another top turret.
Whoa!
The burst damage coming out from Jin Daddy, and Rakan will fall. Is it going to be enough to turn this game? Probably not.
Probably not. At least you know LeBlanc can kill the support.
Haha.
XD. Do you see the Infernal Drake spawning? GBG is going to start that, I believe. 2 Infernal Drakes for the side of NaughtyNips. Dear God. Omen picking up his double stacking items. Roa stacking itself up. Tier is at 488 stacks. He's getting there. Xayah sitting lofty at Essence Reaver, Rapid Fire, almost tier 2 boots, versus Draven's proponents for an Infinity Edge. 2 Infernal Drakes. 488 stacks. He's getting there. Xayah sitting lofty at Essence Reaver, Rapid Fire, almost tier 2 boots, versus Draven's proponents for an Infinity Edge. Unlucky. Ardent Sensor on the Recon, gonna amplify Zaya's damage by quite a bit. Probably Gnar too. Can't underrate the item on him. We'll see the Infernal started up here.
Is started up indeed. DTS, I don't know if they're able to, or if they should contend at all. Taken low, and it is secured by Acarcion.
The Predator is activated. Naughty Green might be the impale target, but the root comes through, and the counter engage is there as well. The quickness, charming so many people. Alistair, with the ultimate available, is really tanky. Acarcion in the backline trying to secure more kills for his team, while Donovan Vicious gets wailed on by the AD carry of NaughtyNips. Hero of Termina, the flash forward. Naughty Green completely whisks the grand entrance. LeBlanc is the next target. He manages to take down Recon once again, but he will fall for his troubles. The Gnar Mega ult coming through, and will be
Baron.
the ace for NaughtyNips, and Baron is now on the table.
That should be Baron. I don't see why they don't do it. Screw the mid tower. Take Baron. Oh, come on.
That will be the Baron, I'm pretty sure. They just want to get the middle turret first, to make sure that they get the turret, then rotate over for the Baron. I see no reasons to why they shouldn't rotate over to it right now.
I think they should have rotated sooner. You had a lot of unnecessary risk here. I think it might still be free, but I would have just done the Baron immediately.
7,000, 6,000, the members of DTS are converging. 4,500, 3,500, they're not here quite yet. 2,000 on the Baron. Will it go down? Yes, it will. And the Rise ult to take them out as well. Mega Gnar trapped in the pit. Save me. Oh, he fails the jump. Will he have to flash over the wall? Hero of Termina trying to do some damage over the wall. GBG flashes away, and he will get to safety.
Ooh, bit risky there. Great ulti from Omen, though.
So yeah, I agree with you 100% there, Spider Queen. That's exactly why you don't do that at all, because Xayah, Hero of Termina, was the one out of all people to secure the Baron. If Double XL had gotten there just a little bit sooner, that could have gone very south.
Uh-oh. I think he can 2v1 this.
GBG looking for some
but the slows are landing. So much burst damage. The hop, skip, and the jump. Mega Gnar not available quite yet. Just a couple more auto attacks. The damage coming through, the ultimate as well, but the stun does not land onto the Draven, and that
Draven's in the game, guys!
The 2v1, he gets his first kill of the game.
Oh, GBG almost able to win that 2v1 right there, but the kiting from Takey is just barely enough to keep him alive. And GBG does get punished for being a little bit of a greedy boy.
Just like to say, Draven is currently 600 gold behind the support of NaughtyNips.
Close.
Feels bad. Xayah, oh, she's at so much gold right now. We'll see a much better build path from Hero Termina Xayah over Hindsight's. Also, getting his back and GP splitting. Both top laners have TP. Pretty sure this is just a free inhib.
Yeah,
And
it's
Barrage
definitely
comes down.
a free inhibitor. There is not much for DTS to do. If they engage, it is very risky, and that could be game right there.
The Predator.
Hero half health, the Predator comes out, Flash is available as well, decides not to go for it.
Poor Jhin Zaddy, man. His LeBlanc looking a lot better than his Zoe from last game, but still not enough.
At least he hasn't died solo 3 times.
True.
Ooh, dashes forward, but the bind comes through! The invisibility's about to wear off. And speaking of solo kills, he dies!
Dang.
Oh boy.
I'm just gonna compliment you. No
Combo
compliment.
comes through with a great feather storm from Xayah, keeping him alive. The grand entrance, as well as the quickness, landing a secured team fight, but Xayah somehow manages to fall with both summoners available. Takey in the back, trying to escape the Gnar, but the Gnar with the slows is just too much. And all 5 members, an ace for Naughty, and this might be the game.
It's looking like the game for sure as well. NaughtyNips with a beautiful counter engage, only losing Hero of Termina in that fight, who did great work beforehand. They're going to be knocking on the Nexus turrets. Takey and Jindetti are up, so they may back off with how little damage they're actually doing to the turret.
Ooh, good cancel.
Alright, looks like DTS live to see a couple more minutes.
Xayah Triple crit right now. Gonna hurt like hell. Whew. Another turret going down. This game's gonna end in probably 3 minutes. Maybe 2.
3 minutes? Sounds like a solid number.
Have GVG or Omen or one of them go bot, just have the rest go top, and you guys just win. They can't match a Ryze or a Gnar at this point.
Hero double lifting his flash, saving it for next season. We'll see if he decides to use it in this next fight. Dragon coming up as well. Is there any hope
No.
for DPS?
It's double Infernal versus a comp that outscales you and is ahead of you in the early game. There's no hope, man. It's game over, man.
Only despair. Pretty bad then. Nonetheless, I agree, it's looking pretty hopeless for them. They are down immensely in gold. They have yet to pick up a single turret, and the fights clearly have not been going in their favor.
Skarner's still not at tier 2 boots. 25 minutes into the game. Neither is the GP. Interesting. Omen's Roa almost fully stacked here. Does have the completed Seraph's Embrace. Getting 120 AP from that item alone.
Absolutely. Add in that Mountain Dragon, maybe a Baron, and then you have just as much hope as Daniel's ranked career for DTS.
Oh my god.
Dub now taken low. The Grand enters as well, and he's going to be CC'd down. Killing spree for Naughty Green.
Yes, indeed.
Feels bad.
Now NaughtyNips pushing down the last turret that isn't on the Nexus. They need to go to. Here if Tournament gets chunked just a little bit, we'll see how much that matters.
That LeBlanc doing some serious damage, but it's not enough.
He actually would have killed him if he added in his ultimate there. He actually would have killed him.
Huh. Oh, wait a
Oh,
minute.
and he's trying for it now. The Featherstorm lands. He's going to be protecting him for now.
Whoa!
Garcia with the dash forward, but Jin Daddy dodges it with a beautiful mimic. Now with the Impale, dragging Omen into double Nexus turrets, but the shields are there. Omen will fall to this next parley. Now in the back, GVG fighting Dogavicious. Dogavicious with the ultimate is a big boy. The big Mega Gnar ult. Takey trying to do as much as he can, but he will fall to the CC. Dub XL trying to take down the Xayah, at least in his dying breast, but he will fall anyway. The kite back. Jin Daddy looking for the cleanup. The Zanya's Hourglass, and he will go down as well. Dogavicious in the back will fall to GVG. And this is the game. Ooh, he takes down Naughty Green for his troubles.
Alright.
Chocho is actually not in that fight at all.
Get ready.
Tyler 1, Jin Daddy with the rage quit. Chocho.
Alright,
1v3!
DTS, they fought.
Oh!
Come on, Tyler!
They
Tyler
couldn't
1,
quite
discount
do
code
it
Alpha.
at all. DTS, they might have played good, but NaughtyNips, they just played better. And that is game 2 going over NaughtyNips. They are 1 game away from being the season 2 champion.
Anyone see that big crit? Oh!
What is this?
Big crit on the Nexus. Wow.
What is
That's
What
the
is
Nexus
this?
confetti being flown a little early right there.
What?
That's what
Two-
that
is.
is.
This 225? Is that what this says? What? 235? What is that?
Whew. Ooh, GVG in the house doing the most damage. Wow. So much damage on the Gnar. Xayah doing a lot as well. Same with the Ryze.
It's almost like damage dealers do damage, huh, Daniel?
Yeah. Well, no,
As
I
in-
mean, the Chocho did less damage than the Ryze.
I know, as an AD carry player yourself, you might be saying, what's going on here? Why aren't my numbers like this?
I don't know. I mean, I hope my numbers aren't less than a Rakan's damage as Draven.
Perhaps we'll see. Screenshotted. Let's take a look at the vision score. What are we looking at here?
Well, Everyone bought a ward, in a control ward at least, so that's pretty good.
It's good. Wow, 62 vision score from the Rakan. Pretty dang good.
Alright, let's scroll over to
What is that?
total damage to turrets. Goodness gracious.
Nobody
How's it
did damage to
possible?
towers except for GP on the side of DTS.
Wait, what is this? Wait, I actually can't comprehend this at all.
Oh my god.
Also look at the damage to objectives. Very interesting.
What is that? I actually can't comprehend this. All right, Daniel.
Some very interesting and never before seen numbers in this game too. Very interesting stuff. Nonetheless, as regardless as how bizarre it may be, NaughtyNips are still the victors. 27-27 on the clock. Very, very clean stuff. Wards, everyone played what they were supposed to do. Just NaughtyNips played better. And now the question stands. Will they be able to do it one last time and join Never Back Down in the Champions Hall? Or will GTS be able to fight back and bring us a series?
Those nights when we were younger and we would never sleep. So let's forget about tomorrow and live for tonight while we're free. Touch the sky. Tonight we're coming alive. Touch the sky. Tonight we're coming alive. From the dust we will awaken, and life will fill our veins. But these are the moments that we live for. I can keep it inside of me.
Uh-oh.
Chocho and Dong Vicious.
Red entrance. He got the flash backwards, and Chocho will die the most pitiful death.
I think I've ever seen in League of Legends.
Oh boy.
Thing comes through, and the GP gets squashed by 2 tanks in the top lane. Dove with the attempt to try and turn this, but the LeBlanc as well. The damage is finally here to arrive. Karstian goes down to the ignite. GVG running for his life. Jin Daddy in the back looking for this second kill. Rise not rotating at all, and GVG left dead in the water. Sigil of Mallet's gonna take him down. The flash burn by GVG as well, and that is a double kill, 2 for 1 in favor of DTS.
Double XL had gotten there just a little bit sooner. That could have gone very south.
Uh-oh. I think he can 2v1 this.
GVG looking for
Doesn't
some
have to
shit,
Mallet,
man.
but the slows are landing. So much burst damage. The hop, skip, and the jump. Mega Gnar not available quite yet. Just a couple more auto attacks. The damage coming through. The ultimate as well, but the stun does not land onto the Draven, and that
Draven's
he
in the game,
failed.
guys!
The 2v1. He gets his first kill of the game. Through the great feather sword from Xayah, keeping him alive. The great entrance, as well as the quickness, landing a secured team fight, but Xayah somehow manages to fall with both summoners available. Tiki in the back, trying to escape the Gnar, but the Gnar with the slows is just too much. And all 5 members, an ace for Naughty, and this might be the game.
It's looking like the game for sure as well. NaughtyNips with a beautiful counter engage, only losing Hero of Tournament in that fight, who did great work beforehand. They're going to be knocking on the net.
Oh, wait a
Oh,
minute.
and he's trying for it now. The feather storm lands, gonna be protecting him for now.
Whoa!
Garcia with the dash forward, but Jin Daddy dodges it with a beautiful mimic. Now with the impale, dragging Omen into double Nexus turrets, but the shields are there. Omen will fall to this next Harley. Now in the back, GVG fighting Dongovicious. Dongovicious with the ultimate is a big boy. The big Mega Gnar ult. Takey trying to do as much as he can, but he will fall to the CC. Dub XL trying to take down the Xayah, at least in his dying breath, but he will fall anyway. The cut back, Jin Daddy looking for the cleanup. The Zanya's Hourglass, and he will go down as well. Dongovicious in the back will fall to GVG. And this is the game. Ooh, he takes down Naughty Green for his troubles.
Alright.
Chocho is actually not in that fight at all.
Get ready.
Tyler 1, Jin Daddy with the rage quit. Chocho.
Alright,
1v3!
TTS, they fought.
Come
their
on,
hard-
Tyler.
Free. Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey guys, what's going on? Back to the action. Oh. You go ahead. You do it. You do it.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Game 3 matchup between NaughtyNips and DTS. As you just heard a second ago, Dota was also doing the intro at the same time as I was. Nice having you, Dota. It's been a season. We haven't been around each other for very long, and it's back at it again, boys, with the Duo of the North. And
Hell yeah.
it's going to be a
Back
pretty fun
here.
one.
Yeah, so if anyone is just now joining us, you haven't been paying attention, it is right now 2-0. NaughtyNips are in the lead. DTS not looking so hot last game, but they still have a couple games to pull it back. So pretty quick pick ban phase here. Swain, Zach, and TF by NaughtyNips. I think the TF's very good. Ban, Gen Daddy whipped it out, 2 weeks ago, I believe. Shown some pretty good promise on that. Rakan Vlad GP ban. GVG known for his GP, done very well all season on it. Same thing with Omen on the Vlad, and then Naughty Green has just been absolutely decimating the last 2 games on Rakan. So, Warwick first pick. I like it, assuming that's in the jungle. No troll, Warwick top. And then a Malphite pick. A little bit of change of pace here.
Now, let's not subtract the idea that Warwick can't play top whatsoever, but we do most likely suspect it's going to be in the jungle. Malphite, Volibear confirmed on the other side here. Big boys going over on that half of the jungle, and I'm actually going to be pretty excited to see how they're going to get that wombo combo to look effective. Malphite, definitely a heavy impact dealer. Seen a lot of Fred Fredersen on that in particular, doing really nice in the top lane with that. See if he can go well against GVG, while Braum and appears to be Ezreal are going around on the next options for those two in the bot lane.
Yeah, so the Malphite's definitely a little bit of change of pace for Key. Hasn't really played too many tanks in the top. Generally likes to stick to the more carry-oriented top laners. Obviously we see a change of pace here for the bot lane for NaughtyNips, as you see the Rakan is banned, so that kind of diminishes Xayah a little bit.
Sitting on the Mundo
Ezreal
here
Braum.
is Jin Daddy.
Yeah, Ezreal Braum, super good lane. I'm assuming that's not going to be a Mundo since we already have Malphite.
Could go for the big boy squad here. Jin Daddy did rage quit the last match. No, he's sitting back. He wants his Kassadin. Gonna go into what could be his final match. It's match point, ladies and gentlemen. So this is everything he needs at this point to confirm his chances, or maybe prevent any chance at all. Who knows? We're looking at the next couple of bans here. Rise taken out. Tristana now out as well. Interesting choices so far on the bans.
Yeah, I mean, the Rise ban, you got to target Omen for that. Jax, again, targeting GVG. So, very nice choices for the side of DTS. And then the Tristana ban, I'm assuming they would just ban another ADC, because the only thing left is ADC and support. And Dong Vicious, I would have to say, hasn't really had the most impact on the game, so I wouldn't target ban him. And there's the Twitch. Go ahead, get that off the table. I mean, we could see a Caitlyn. I wouldn't mind seeing a Caitlyn, honestly.
We're sitting at a Jin right now for the Chocho at this point. What do you think?
I'm not a big fan of that. With Into a Warwick and Braum and Ezreal, I mean, you know, I just
I see what you're slugging here, but I'm still skeptical. He's sitting really on this for a while. Yes, he's committing. He's going for the Jin.
Yeah, not a big fan of that pick. Would have liked to seen a Caitlyn instead, but I guess why not, right? Let's just throw 3 games in a row. Just complete the trifecta. But seriously, I mean, Jin does scale very well, so if they're trying to play super safe in lane and go for the late game, which they already have the Kassadin, so that might just be the game plan here.
And Gnar reselected for GVG, won't be the Warwick top like I was crossing my fingers for. And
Yes,
Naughty Green already has his support, so they're looking for a mid laner. And Omen sitting at the Malzahar to go against the Kassadin. Interesting decision. Definitely going to try to hold him down to make sure that he cannot get into that troubling situation. Although Orianna can do the same thing in an interesting way. Comes down to accuracy on the ball, and let's see if he's on the ball.
Yeah, I like the Orianna pick a lot more than the Malzahar. Single target CC against a Malphite Volibear. Kassadin does not really sound all that great, but an Orianna, now that sounds pretty good. So as far as team comp goes, I really like NaughtyNips. I feel like they have good tankiness, ton of CC, good damage. I don't hate DTS's team comp, but honestly, excluding the Jin, it's kind of a go-win comp. And then I guess Jin can just sit in the back, press R, try to pick off people. What are your thoughts?
Gonna be a rough situation for sure, depending on how they get on top of their target, because if they can get on their target, they're gonna hit it real hard and they're gonna hit it real fast. Not a lot to say more about the DTS strategy here, but on to the Naughty side, they are playing the game to expecting a lot of overwhelming pressure and just to immediately hit him back fast with it. Kassadin is a good option to get onto your target quickly, and Omen's definitely going to be expecting that. Going to try to make sure his ultimate goes off right where Kassadin's going to be standing or wherever he's going to jump to make sure that the ultimate will connect. Kassadin has a good chance to dodge the ball that Omen will be tossing at him at this stage of the game.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, Omen shouldn't really have too much success of getting Kassadin within the ult, but definitely could hit Thresh, Jin, and the Volibear. And, I mean, that's honestly pretty good, especially you have the Braum who can throw up his shield, deflect a lot of damage. start putting his passive on people, which then can easily be procced with the Ezreal, with the Gnar if he's in small form. So yeah, definitely like the NaughtyNips comp more. And now that I think about it a little much, considering the Malphite, the Volibear, and the Kassadin pick, a Sivir wouldn't have been too bad for DTS either. Just say, you know what, just go super hard in the paint. But I do like the Thresh pick for Dongavicius. He played that in the regular season quite a bit. He's pretty good at landing the hooks. The only problem is there's a Braum who can stop your hook or just eat the hook. Then there's the Ezreal who can E out of your hook. So really the only person you should, well, I guess want to hook would be the Orianna, but it's going to be pretty hard to weave through a bunch of players, minions, whatever else have you, and land on the Orianna. So
it just takes a split-second decision, misread by Omen at that point. Malphite follows up with his own ultimate, so with Kassadin just to jump right on top of that Orianna, get rid of Omen in an instant, seems to be the plan. The same thing can happen to Ezreal. Even though you do get the chance to jump out, you're still technically stunned and therefore unable to move long enough in technicality to let the Jhin hit the W, gets a nice extra route for Malphite and Kassadin to jump right on the Ezreal, get rid of him in an instant as well, and so on and so forth. But honestly, I think it's coming down to the big factor of GVG in the house's Gnar, percentage health damage from the W. He has cleanly used it properly in Game 2. It's probably going to be another big factor into this matchup here. Going to get harder and harder to keep your eyes off of GVG in the game. He's almost like the savior of Game 1 and the damager of Game 2. Soon to be possibly the champion of Game 3 as well. And I don't think you can really deny GVG at this stage of the game from being the MVP. But let's see if this Game 3 tells a different tale.
who did GVG play in Game 1?
I believe the champion he was playing was Jax.
Yeah, you're right, yeah. Okay. So Gnar 2 games in a row. They banned the Jax. This game makes sense. Okay, yeah, so we're going to see any cheeky level 1 invades from...
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it's that type of situation, really. It's more likely, just a personal opinion here, it's more likely that NN would be looking for them to do an invade. I don't think they would attempt their own invade. I don't think DTS would invade either. So I think it's going to be pretty much a standstill situation for the most part. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah,
Nothing really that... Specifically speaking, I don't think either team's going to make any plays to try to get the extra edge on the other. At this stage, it's all about trying to make sure that the game goes smoothly for NaughtyNips. They've got their 2 advantage. All it takes is too much confidence, which we've seen multiple times throughout their entire season. They've got a ton of wins for their confidence, but it just takes a little too much to cost them, and that's essentially what DTS's strategy is here. If you make a slight misplay, it's going to last just a little longer than you think, and the knock-up spree is going to start piling in. For sure. That's my genuine understanding of DTS's comp strategy.
Yeah, well, like I said, I just don't really see too many hooks landing. I mean, if Ezreal gets hit by a hook, he can still proc his E. If he times it correctly, the animation will still go off. So it's still, even though he's still technically hooked, he still gets that extra jump distance, which just kind of further puts you, hopefully, further puts you in the safe category as opposed to, well, it looks like they're going to do the little invade. Well, I guess we'll call it a quasi-invade, not a true invade. Just normal stuff. Probably sit here for about a minute and then they'll leave. And actually.
Here we go. Dongavicius trying something fancy. Gets the play to connect. He gets the flip over, and it looks to be a Carcion surviving it. Thanks to the flash misplay by Jhin Daddy.
Well, Jhin Daddy starting the game off right with the fail flash, showing us why he was thought to be the #1 mid laner of the regular season.
A Carcion not gonna lie, had to have been completely shocked when he was on the flip. He thankfully got the flash done correctly. Could you imagine if it was different and Jin Daddy didn't mess up the flash and Akarsion did?
I'm also confused why Thresh started E and not Q. Generally, on an invade, you start the Q to the hook.
Right, and it would be a longer stun. I think for some reason he wanted to trust the Volibear flip to give enough CC to matter here, but I still agree it should have been a hook. Could have got a lot longer of a CC to take out Warwick. It's a gambit that did not pay off like he was imagining it would.
Yeah, no, for sure. But, I mean, really, nothing too big a deal. Jin Daddy does lose his flash, but you can play safe for a few minutes. Just try to farm it out. Omen, though, just throwing the ball at him over and over, getting some pretty good chunk damage, level 1 here.
So, pressure, as per usual, in this type of laning matchup. Both of them have ranged moves. Both sides have ranged abilities, and they love to tick at each other to get as much out of their health bars as possible. Nothing like Hero Termina. But speaking of Jin Daddy, this is
level 1
aggressive for him.
What?
Ends up going down on that play. What is it about these game 3s and seasons at the end of the grand finales that get so strange?
Yeah, not really sure. Feel like there might have been a little bit of
Jin
troll,
Daddy.
and he leaves the...
It disconnected. Okay, that explains what happened there.
Did he disconnect, or did he Alt F4? Okay, they're saying chat DC. Okay. So, not a rage quit,
Well,
supposedly.
Poor Jin Daddy end up having his champion automatically target Omen, so even if Omen wanted to not kill Jin Daddy in that situation, Jin Daddy would have followed him under tower, and it wouldn't have made any difference anyway. So
I mean, let's be honest, he would have killed him anyway. It's finals, man. There's no mercy.
well, you definitely want to show sportsmanship in some cases, but this is definitely the least likely place to find it. I do agree with that concept.
You'll get some sportsmanship in the regular season, in some scrims. Time playoffs hit though. You DC, I'm flashing forward to get that kill on your DC. Instant, baby. Give me that gold.
Very good stuff. Pause coming undone here, and once again, thank you very much, Omen, for dropping that spicy DuoEsports meme of it ain't a DuoEsports without a pause. Fun little stuff there. Dubs coming in on GVG. He does not have a good escape here. He goes with the flash to get out of that situation, and it looks like TK will end up suffering from the minion wave there and ends up getting killed. Dub is now running out of that area, uses the... Oh, wow, I'm a little slightly behind there. He's out and past the tower at that point. Wow.
Yeah, Volibear with the ghost threw me off. I thought Predator, but a little too early for that. But either way, pops the
TP
ghost.
coming in by Malphite. Oh, wait a second. Warwick, Akarsion lost a lot of health bar, but TK does not go for it. But bot lane, oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, the Ignite ends up taking down Braum.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
Naughty Green playing a little bit greedy there, just kind of playing up away from the wave while Hero Terminus tried to back off, but results in a kill, so... and they burned a lot for that.
X-Tech Flash, never mind. Thresh goes out of that. Jin Daddy getting jumped on here. Fear connects. Jin Daddy has very little escapes. In fact, he has none. And Omen takes the free kill on Jin Daddy. No DC this time for Jin Daddy to complain about.
Yeah, so, unlucky. That level 1 flash, if he hadn't have burned that fail flash level 1, he could have easily flashed that and lived. But he burned it and, well, he paid for it. So, bot lane, that's pretty big, honestly, for the Jin Thresh, though. Because even though Thresh burned Ignite, they got the heal out of Hero Termina and the flash out of Naughty Green. So they can easily try to get another kill back, especially considering Jin now has 2 longswords to Ezreal's just Sword and Blade. He hasn't backed yet, but I'm assuming he'll back after this wave. Probably go back, pick up a tier. I don't think he really has enough gold for anything else.
Does not look like the case. Dub ends up running into a Naughty Green. Oh, good positioning by Naughty Green. Now that control ward does not spot out the ward. So no free money for Dub. Nice positioning there on the read. Meanwhile, not
nice.
agreeing, trying a risky business play on Jin Daddy. Very effective dodge. Not going to have that chance.
Yeah, I mean, that may not look like much because Naughty didn't really get anything out of that. But, and just a slight little trade here. But the good thing is, I mean, his ADC had to recall anyway. Naughty Green was already out. So you might as well make use of your time on the map instead of just sitting bot lane staring at your tower while your ADC runs up. Because you can't walk up by yourself. So he gets a nice ward, goes and tries gank mid.
Walks right into Dub. A little bit of aftershock pressure. Bot lane, yeah, yet again, Naughty Green still unable to have that level 3 after how long it's been so far since he's gotten experience. Akarsion gets rid of the control ward and starts his pursuit down bot lane as he's looking for the Thresh, who has less than half health at this point. He circles back, hides into the Drake pit as he's expecting some positioning going on there, while GVG and TK really hammering each other. GVG will end up below half health as Akarsion ends up proccing the Drake. Huh. Crazy stuff going on here. Absolutely crazy stuff.
Yeah, so, I mean, the good thing is Naughty Green's now level 3, so it's going to help him out a lot, that level. He's still at a level disadvantage because they're at level 5, so he's still 2 levels down, which is honestly pretty big. So he's going to be pretty squishy considering he's lacking the HP. But they do pick up a nice little Mountain Drake for their trouble. And also, they have a pretty sizable gold lead, considering we're only at 6.5 minutes in. Just over a K.
And also the objective, even though it doesn't give any gold, is a pretty big one as well. Jin Daddy now having the ability to jump is trying to pressure Omen in, but the barrier is making this very difficult for him to do good trades. The ult, oh, he does get a little bit of his mana back from the W. Nice job by Jin Daddy. Gonna keep the pressure going despite Omen here clearly doing his deed and doing his right stuff on trades. Ult comes in. GVG now has his ultimate coming up. He will bounce out of there while Jin Daddy, oh my goodness, the Q ends up dragging Warwick the whole way through and ends up getting him completely killed on that one.
And GVG lives top lane also. I thought he was a gunner. He had no flash. So...
All right, Ezreal does connect. The root will land. It is too much of a lockdown. Dogavicious takes the kill.
Yeah, that's... I feel like bot lane shouldn't really be losing this. I mean, Ezreal Braum's a pretty solid lane. Don't get me wrong, Thresh Jhin isn't terrible, but they should not be losing this lane.
Oh, GVG with the double bounce.
DK
is losing a ton of health. No mana, no flash yet, and he's not going to get it up in time either. TK goes down. Great job by Gnar to get the free kill. All coming in. Will it stop the back of Thresh and Jhin? It only stopped Jhin, as he now has to reset. That's exactly what you want to have happen.
Yeah, so now the big thing is, will Key burn his TP to get back top lane or save it and try to make a play somewhere on the map? Because he will have TP up now. So it looks like he's going to save it. GVG burned his to get back top lane. It did net him a solo kill, so probably worth. But if Malphite can TP bot, press R, get a double knockup on the bot lane, it should be easy peasy clean up kills for the bot lane. I think that's the next big thing that we should see.
As of right now, Thresh is currently sitting in a nice position for his Hex Tech flash. He doesn't have it right now. He has his normal flash ready to go. Dongavicious looking for some problems, ends up walking into a Naughty Green Q. Meanwhile, Orianna and Jhin still going at it. Still hitting each other with abilities and some CC.
Yeah, Jin Daddy just trading over and over on Omen.
And Omen taking in some of the barrier and taking in some of the damage too to survive it.
Yeah,
It's just too evenly matched.
It's just bad. Yeah, it's just really bad because he DC'd, gave a kill over to Omen, 300 gold, and then he died because he blew his flash level 1. So it's just, Omen is so much ahead in gold right now that these trades aren't really doing the best. Oh, bot lane though.
Akarsion with a surprise play. Oh, misplay by the flash on Jhin. He ends up not reading that Dongavicious had Lantern ready and flashed away from it. And Warwick gets a free kill off of the play with his ultimate.
I don't think he wins this, does he?
Oh, let's see.
I don't know.
Oh,
yep,
ultimate in play, big damage, and that's more than enough to take out GVG.
Huh. I did not think he was going to win that. GVG had the level advantage. GVG has the item advantage. But he did it.
Oh, Thrashford,
Dive bot
desperate
lane.
3v1 play. He's going to try to take out Naughty Green. Doesn't really pay off. Here comes
Jin
Jin Daddy and surprise play! The mega heal back from Acarcion surprises Jin Daddy and ends up turning it all the way back.
That was a very nice bait. Good heal bait by Hero
Big
Terminus.
bite, that's a 70, I believe that's a, oh! Naughty takes out Nongavicious while Omen looking for the Cho-Cho, and he's gonna have a good chance at it. It ends up being a Naughty Green kill because of that, but it's a tower down for Acarcion, and he takes the tower, and it looks like shares a little bit with, I think, Ezreal and Omen, but I don't know. I think it might have been slightly mispositioned. Dub prowling down. He's going right for Warwick. He's got too much armor on, and that's not going to be enough. Ends up obliterating the Warwick on that one. Sorry, I worded that in the sense like Dub was not going to kill Warwick. Sorry, folks.
All good. So either way, NaughtyNips comes out ahead in that trade. A lot of gold given over to that first tower, and then all the kills just traded back and forth. But as we see, NaughtyNips sitting at a very sizable lead right now, just under 4K gold lead at 11.5 minutes. That is nothing to tip your nose at. Looks like we're gonna have a little lane swap here. DTS bot lane's gonna go top. Hex Flash.
Oh, Root connects Dongavicious again. Looks like he didn't see or expect that to connect and ends up not making that work out. The Cho-Cho and Dongavicious just do not seem like they've got chemistry here.
Yeah, honestly, they really do not. It kind of seems a little... I'm not really sure, but yeah, just little misplays, little things here and there. Trying to defend this mid tower. I don't know if they're going to be able to, but the bot lane is rotating.
Coming
There's
in
the
by
Jin ult.
Jin. It's going to be Dongavicious going right onto that play. A hook will connect. Omen uses the ultimate. No, he does not get it to complete and ends up going down on that great catch. Great job by the Cho-Cho on that play.
Omen was very greedy there, honestly. He could have flashed and for sure been safe, but instead tried to hold the flash thinking, I can live, I'll be fine. Then ends up blowing flash and heal and still dies. Oh, Ezreal!
And it will be Ezreal getting completely locked in, and the Cho-Cho gets one kill, and Naughty ends up going down as well. It's a big mispositioning play that is exactly what DTS is looking for, and it's working. Acarcion will not jump across that time as he times the Q a little bit too early, and Jin Daddy makes sure he's going to jump out.
Yeah, the good thing for NaughtyNips, though, they did build up a little bit of a cushion here with the gold lead, so they're still in the lead. Not obviously as much as they were a few minutes ago. I don't think they can take this dragon. NaughtyNips just back to bot.
Acarcion sees a Volibear Lantern in play. Dub is
Volibear!
getting a very aggressive, ends up flipping him away from Cho's damage. And now it's V-Bear standing right in position to try to steal this. It is a very unlikely chance. He's going to get the chance, and Dongavicious does not connect the hook either. Another Mountain Drake. And the game is slowly becoming a lot quicker towards the end for NaughtyNips, as their tower damage and objectives are going to go real quick now.
Yeah, so yeah, that's super big for NaughtyNips, but I think that was the right call for DTS to give that up. I mean, your Kassadin was sitting on a Catalyst, your Malphite had no ultimate, so I think if you fight that, you end up giving over 3-4 kills in conjunction with the Mountain Drake. So they give it up, say, you know what, let's just wait, try to get some picks, because they do have a pretty, you know, like we talked about, a very go-in comp. So if they can try to find NaughtyNips in a bad spot, like GVG has no TP right now, Key does have TP. So if they can get a fight going, Key TP's in, get a nice 5v4, they could easily pick up tons of kills and then go from there.
GVG, for the first time in this laning phase, is actually behind in the CS numbers to his top laner opponent, and TK, definitely the switch to a tank has paid off handsomely for him. So far, he's got an entire wave advantage against GVG in the CS department, but it's also in the kills, deaths, and assist department as well, as he doubles that on top of that.
Yeah. So he's definitely had a little more KP on both fronts, kills and deaths.
Oh,
But-
couldn't get Omen, but he's gonna walk into him anyway. Play ends up doing what it can. Omen uses his ultimate. Roots connect. He needs the ult to land. Warwick's
the
ult's
Warwick,
gonna
though.
hit for sure. Bursts the Jhin. As he looks for more kills, he gets the fear onto that, and Ezreal grabs a quick kill. It's a CC lockdown. Malphite has to make a decision here. He will blast cone out of there as it looks to be the Herald going that way. Jhin Daddy is trying to get as much money as possible, so he goes bot lane and grabs himself a tower. Now, this is the game that DTS has been known for in the earlier season. Whatever's happening, it doesn't matter. Jhin Daddy needs to get the money to win the games, to win the rest of the game for us. It's the plan that has worked in the earlier seasons. It's going to work for them right now, is the plan for them. And let's hope it will work for them.
Yeah, so again, DTS doing just slight misplays. First off, Jhin Daddy's sitting in bot lane with no TP, so no really reason to fight. And then also, Chocho had his 4th shot, probably could have killed Omen if he would have autoed, but instead decides to hold it, then starts the ultimate while Warwick's right beside him.
Acarcion activates his W as it looks like he
actually-
sees more than one person. Acarcion tries to fear. It's a well-timed E to cancel. He's going to use his Q to try to get out of that situation, but it's Jhin Daddy that finally gets his first kill. And that's exactly what they need to get their chances back again. Jhin Daddy's got to be their 1v9 man that's worked throughout this entire season. It's got to be right now.
Yeah, so I mean, that is big. He did pick up his Lucidity boots. He does have his Roa, so it is, you know, obviously those are pretty good things. But, I mean, Omen's already got his Archangel staff completed, and also his tier 2 boots as well. So, he's still behind a little bit.
Just a little bit. Only a little bit.
Just a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, so still sitting at what, about 3k gold lead for NaughtyNips plus the 2 Mountain Drakes. Nope, that's an Ezreal. He's just gonna walk away.
Nice and
Also, Hero going for the Triforce. Kinda would have liked to see the Iceborne, honestly, just because, like we said, Volibear is gonna be running at you pretty much the whole game. Same thing with Malphite, so I would have liked to see maybe a little more kiting ability.
I would actually even suggest perhaps even a maybe even a coin in this situation. Remember, Malphite and Jhin are going to throw everything they've got, and if they think they've got Hero Termina, he's going to need to use a coin to keep himself from dying in those type of situations. He might want to use it just to bait out the ultimates of both the Malphite and the Kassadin, just to make it so it's a lot harder for him to get taken out. If Heroes lives like 2 seconds longer, then I think he ends up guaranteeing their chances in the fight to come afterwards.
Wait, what's a coin?
I mean, sorry, it's stopwatch.
Oh.
Stopwatch.
I was so confused, coin.
Yeah.
I was like, the support item? It's like, what?
Yeah,
do you-
stopwatch sushi. Yes, I did. Yeah, stopwatch. I don't know why.
okay.
I've been playing a lot of support lately, and I buy coins now.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the support item also, because I was like, why would he? I was like, army is high as a kite. But okay, stopwatch. I could kind of see that. I see what you're going with here. Okay.
Would be a decent idea to drop 600 for it, I think. If you have a slot open and you know you're going to get focused, and you make a slight misplay, bam, hit the thing. They have lost their ultimates. It's a turning point from that point, and you win the fight, I'd say.
Yeah. No, I'm picking up what you're putting down for sure.
Carcion ends up fighting
Carcion.
Jhin Daddy, locks
That's
in
not your
to
jungle,
some
buddy.
CC. He gets flipped in the right direction. The hook will connect. Braum uses his ultimate. He's got the wall up, and it looks to be a Carcion getting enough health back. The Jhin Daddy gets the kill on the Warwick. They're trying to get more off of it. Dongavish is the only one left. He has to go for a hook and ends up giving another kill away. Malphite trying to turn the fight. Jhin using his ultimate. Omen barely alive right now, and it is not enough damage. Oh, still not enough damage. And it's still not enough damage. Will it still not be enough damage? And it looks like they're out.
If I was Key, I'd be so tilted right now. What a save.
So,
Okay. So
survived
yeah. Okay.
is all the members somehow of the NaughtyNips in that small scrimmage, and Jin Daddy ends up going down again here, and it is just making this a lot more difficult for him to reach the late game spike he wants to go for. Remember, folks, this is still a game that Jin Daddy absolutely wants to be as delayed as possible so he can pick up every single wave possible to get himself right back into the game again. It's this exact same strategy he used in the early season, as I mentioned earlier. He just
so
wants to
top.
go as long as possible.
Gonna try to pick up that really fat wave top, but in doing so they will forfeit this Infernal Drake, which, I mean, honestly, 2 mountains and an Infernal for NaughtyNips, they're gonna absolutely shred this Baron.
Next one appears to be Infernal as well, by the way. So it'll be another Infernal if this does come to that situation in 8 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know if NaughtyNips can end before that, but like I said, the Baron will be completely shredded by NaughtyNips with these Drakes helping out there. I'd like to see GVG go bot. He is recalling. I'm assuming that's what the plan is. Send GVG bot because he does have the TP up. And then in case any mistakes happen by DTS, they can just run to Baron real quick like.
Pressure on the tower. They're trying to chip it away, and it's not going to be enough, as that will be a big clear for Orianna getting rid of that. TK getting rid of the control ward, as it looks like Omen's just kind of sitting around seeing if something's going to happen.
Yeah, DTS pretty scared right now, understandably so. Like I said, they're down 3 Drakes, plus just over 4K gold. So yeah, can't really fight right now unless you get a nice 4v5, and even a 4v5 at this point in the game, you might lose, honestly, depending on how Orianna lands.
TK looks to be in a bad spot, has ultimate to bail himself out. Will he go for it? It's an ultimate suppression lockdown, and it will be a quick kill. He thought for a second, yeah, that should be a good chance for a Baron while Jin Daddy's bot. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, that was a situation he could have gotten out with an ultimate, wanted to save it. Let's hope that doesn't bite him later, as the Baron is at 4,000, 3,000. Oh my goodness, the true damage is way too much. 1,000 now on the Baron, and gone in an instant. GVG now getting jumped on by the bot side of Jin Daddy and Jin, as well as Dongavicious is on the way. Can he get enough damage to come through? Flashes and jumps out with the extra speed up, and there is not a way to catch him yet.
Close.
Oh, mobility boots. Oh, he needs one more auto. He's got a jump coming. Thresh is on the chase. He doesn't get it. GVG gets out again.
God, GVG is the master escape artist, I swear. Meanwhile, mid-tier 2 goes down.
The master of clutch,
shoving out
GVG
the top.
in the house.
Yeah, he is. God, he has had so many great escapes. Jin Daddy wants to go in, but I don't think he can do anything here with the Braum. Decides to not do so. So they're sitting on a lot of gold.
Acarcion looking for trouble here. Does not commit, actually.
Yeah, so sitting on a lot of gold. They're going to buy some items. Ezreal sitting at about 2.5 items. Almost has Blade of the Rune King completed. Meanwhile, Omen has his Seraph's Embrace completed.
Connects! What a ranged ultimate onto the Cho-Cho. He knows he's isolated. Warwick's trying to kill him, but it's too much speed from the 4th shot to give Cho-Cho all the escape he needed.
Yeah, so, weird decision for Acarcion to go in. Oh, Hero DC here. Okay, so I guess we'll have a couple minutes, or a couple little bit of time. Yeah, so Acarcion with that weird flash ult. But, I mean, he does get the flash out of Jin Daddy, so flash for flash. But yeah. So decent trade there, because Jin with no flash should be pretty easy to pick off.
And a reconnection from Hero means we will not have a long pause here. So, Jin Daddy starting to scale up a little bit. You can see in the CS numbers that he is now getting... He is not missing even a single CS at this point, and he's slowly scaling up to the heavy hitter that Jin Daddy has been known for at this point. So, you know, when you saw the first 2 games, you kind of you thought maybe Jin Daddy missed a step or just isn't playing like a Jin Daddy, you know, isn't doing that. Bam, he hits the Jin Daddy button, and now you feel like he's Jin Daddy again, because he's really hitting these CS numbers, getting close to the way he used to do it. Right here, and it's exciting to see if he can hold his 1v9 status or will it crumble around him as it has so far in this playoff series?
Wait, are you saying he hit the button this game? Because I haven't seen any button hitting.
I think the CS numbers is telling me a tale. It's not telling me a correct one, but it's telling me a tale that says that he's starting to get to that Jin Daddy-esque play style. Like, he's starting to get to that Jin Daddy level of play that just gives him so much CS numbers. I might be wrong,
Well,
but it looks
when I
it's
look
looking
at
like
the
that.
CS numbers and then I look at the Baron gone and 3 Dragons gone, I think Jin Daddy hasn't grouped once and it's cost them 4 objectives this game.
Truth.
That's
Very
what I
true.
think when I see them numbers. I mean, he's still behind 1,000 gold down from Omen, just because all the towers.
Omen
Um,
pressuring the tower dub.
Whoa,
Was
Volibear!
thinking for something, but he ends up using it as a flex to get Omen slightly moved to the left. But it doesn't really make too much of a damage difference. It's going to be a quick tower take thanks to the true damage as well as the other objective. It's going to be pressure that works pretty well. Acarcion's damage immunity is now... Wait a minute! He's still holding up! Oh! It ends up going down in an instant. TK tried to make a play. Does not get what he's looking for. Donga Vicious will end up getting a ability to land here, and NaughtyNips are one step away from winning this game. They're going for it. They're going for the win. NaughtyNips is planning to win it right here, folks. Jin Daddy on the flank. Will he commit in? Tower 1 is down. True damage is massive. He's trying to pick them away, but they will not stop hitting those towers. They're hitting them rather fast, rather quick. Jin Daddy trying to pick them apart, but it's not working. The Nexus is exposed. The true damage is coming through. Jin Daddy was not enough. The Nexus has no health left, and NaughtyNips are the champions of Season 2.
Wow.
And the 1v9 has failed. DTS. And there goes the saying. Teamwork, OP. And there you have
Jin
it,
Daddy
folks.
couldn't even 1v1 that game, much less 1v9. Oof.
Oh, wow. What an ending. Just like the Never Back Down crew in Season 1, it's a repeat for the NaughtyNips crew, as they've gotten a nice 3-0 victory against their opponents. What an incredibly outstanding, victorious play and decisions that were made throughout this entire series, this entire season, and this entire playoff run. Ladies and gentlemen, there's only one other statistics we got to take a look at, and it's Dota's favorite statistic before we get right into the very wonderful interview that we will be going into in a brief moment. One question still remains, what is the tower damage, turret damage? And as you can clearly see, pretty minuscule. No, that actually isn't it, by the way. It's actually the Control Wars purchase to see if everybody got one. Dota! Everybody got one.
Yeah, I saw. So, interesting little fact, little statistic. GVG has 100% win rate as far as being a season champion goes in the BSG.
100% win rate. How can you deny that option?
Or a
Always
100% champion rate, excuse me.
Sorry, a champion rate. Okay. 100%
Yes.
champion rate over the course of the season by GVG in the house. What an unsung hero he was. A lot of his members always looked like he had one step ahead of him, but I don't think there's any deniable fact at this point. Although, I guess in this one game, he probably looked like he didn't really do too much. Just holding off the Jin Daddy tide, making it so he can't get any extra CS like he usually would, when he would try to do. But this is the one game where you can kind of say it's an outlier compared to the Savior play he did in Game 1 and the Savior play in Game 2. GVG in the house gets the Army-approved Best Player of the playoffs. I gotta be honest, I don't think there's any way else to really look at it. It just looks like he just always had the it factor on every single occasion and every single situation. Like Fred Fredersen before him, perhaps he was just a little bit too good for his team. Now, to that end, we now have to do an interview, and Dota, for those of you, as well as those of you at home, who probably might have forgotten, it is a team interview, so we'll be heading over to the NaughtyNips lobby. You can go ahead and head over right now, Dota. I'll be meeting you in a brief second. You can just go ahead and get them ready for it. I'm going to go ahead and say one last little statistic as a big thank you to everybody who has helped us over the course of the thing. It will be a pretty short one, as well as I will show the votes for the MVP. So go ahead and get that set up, please. Yeah, all right. So he went already over there to get him set up. So some statistic to take a look at here, folks. Let's go ahead and show you one of them in particular. Here is the wonderful pick that I believe you people would love to see, the MVP graphic for the situation at hand. It is still a fun, wonderful little thing that we've gone throughout this entire season. Ladies and gentlemen, Fridge, Blight, Omen, Hero of Termina, and Barbie's Naughty all winning this one. You can see most of them being NaughtyNips fans, as a lot of the votes were clear, cut, and genuine. Now, Fridge being the winner here on the top laner, Blight winning the jungler option, Omen winning the mid, Hero Termina winning ADC, and Barbie Naughty winning the support. We will say that the overall winner, again, was Barbie Naughty as well. Thanks to her efforts, we managed to get a very beautiful statistical things and information consistently throughout every single week. And it was incredible that she managed to consistently get the information out there every single time. And it was a lot of work and it was a lot of stress, but she did it every single time, and she did it consistently and with everybody being happy about it. I would love to see more statistics from her in the future, but perhaps she'll be going on to better duties. Who knows? Now, going on to the final bit here, I want to say thank you as well to Blaze, who made every single one of the things that you guys have seen so far this entire season. And finally, the last big guy to mention as well is I want to thank Xdon for taking a lot of the physical brunt of a lot of the work, as well as a lot of organizing, managing, and getting things prepared and set up. He wasn't there for every day, but he was there for every single time we needed him, and it was incredibly nice to see when he was there, when he could be there, and everything that was everything else. Sorry, I should probably have not said lastly for the last bit. I also want to say thank you for all the Twitch subscribers and everything else. Thank you all for watching from this point onward. Let's get on to that interview, shall we? They've been waiting for us long enough. So, let's get right on in there.
How do you guys?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Welcome
PogChamp.
to the
Poggies.
team interview for the Season 2, the champions, NaughtyNips of that season. Guys, what do you got to say? What's the big word?
Gin Daddy overrated.
Starting with the flame, not bad. Guys, I gotta say, you all worked very hard. You blend there consistently. You worked every single time you could, and you didn't give up on anything. You kept trying, you persisted, and you listened to your coaches and advices from people, and you got stuff done. What do you have to say about this whole playoff thing? What do you guys think about it? Was it fun? Was it difficult? Did you guys have a good run? What's the word?
Woo, we won. Yay.
Undefeated in playoffs, question mark?
Undefeated in playoffs, question mark. Yes, that brings up a good point.
Are you
We'll
asking
get to
us if you were undefeated?
With first time in tourney jungler.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we had a jungler who had to play with us till playoffs, but, you know, it's fine.
Yeah, so I have a question. I'll start from the top. Let's go with Arcarcion first. Okay, Arcarcion. So, you were a mid laner, I heard before, right? No?
Said because my headset cut out.
Okay, yeah. So you were a mid laner before, correct? Before you joined NaughtyNips.
Yep.
Swap to jungle. So, what do you think? Are you going to stick to the jungle? Are you going to go back to mid lane? Are you going to swap teams? What's the future looking like?
Well, depending on how it all goes, I might be heading NaughtyNips into the next season. So, and if I don't hit Blad, I'm looking to mid lane.
Okay. Excellent. So, do you like the jungle? Or you maybe? What do you think? Did you like?
I like it in
jungling
its
for
current
9Nips?
state, but with the coming changes, I really don't want to continue jungling. Because
Yeah.
those changes are going to be cancerous. But jungling with a good team that has good communication, I have to say right now that NaughtyNips was the best team I've been a part of so far in my time in DuoEsports.
Oh,
Right. Mind
Throw
you,
that shade.
Comment.
my first team went apart by flame, and then my second team, there was a massive miscommunication that caused me to get salty for good reason, I feel. So I left, and then came here, and I felt a lot more appreciated here than I ever did on piping.
I love you, Carson.
Throw that shade, my dude. All right, let's go to GVG. Definitely not the MVP for top lane. So GVG, question. So you have 100% win rate in Bronze, Silver, Gold competitive series finals.
Indeed.
How do you feel about that across 2 seasons? How do you feel?
I mean, I just shit stomped kids 2 seasons in a row. That's about it.
Okay. And let's see. You were MVP last season in the jungle, correct?
I was.
But you did not get it this season due to the all-powerful Fridge.
That guy clapped really hard in the top lane, but gets MVP. Yeah, that guy.
Whew. Okay, let's simmer down. Woo, lad.
Turn that a couple degrees down if you don't mind.
Yeah. So you won 2 splits though, 100% win rate in the Bronze, Silver, Gold competitive series. Season 1 champ, Season 2 champ. So what's your thoughts Season 3? You coming back for Season 3? We're gonna see you next split?
Most likely not. Probably gonna actually play some ranked. Maybe probably get not diamond, plat. Maybe
Okay.
try for diamond if I'm really feeling frisky.
Okay, so you're
this season.
so you're 100% hitting master. Got it.
Yeah, totally.
So
Gotcha me.
GVG, final thing I want to mention before we switch to the next person. So I wanted to mention this. Your credibility and as well as your ability over throughout the entire season has been jeopardized multiple times, where you've been denied multiple MVPs. A lot of implications has been like you're the Fred Frederson of NaughtyNips, where no matter what happens, it just doesn't seem you get the attention you deserve. But bam, you get the Army approved best player of playoffs.
Wow.
So what do you think about that, by the way? As well as I did mention, you are one of the most funnest players to watch.
So ecstatic, man. Can you tell by the emotion in my voice? I'm just
Very
so
much so,
happy
yes.
to hear this.
Truly. All right, Hero of Termina, also Season 1 player. Unfortunately, not a Season 1 champion as GVG, but Season 2 champion. So what are your thoughts? Coming back for Season 3, are we never going to see you again? Are you going to ride off into the sunset? What's the thoughts?
Honestly, I'd prefer to win the Worlds with AOL, but I'm glad that I was able to do it with Green Boys because, we played for a while Season 1. Season 3, I might not come back because I'm actually in another league with Canadian, and yeah.
Okay. Riding off into the sunset with a moose at your back. Got you. All right, Naughty Green, thoughts. So you obviously, like Hero just said, you played Season 1. Obviously did not make finals. Season 2. So what do you think of the bot lane going against DTS? What do you think? How do they rank as far as the other teams' bot lanes go?
I mean, we knew they were not that good of a bottom lane, and we also knew that they could have picked anything. Like we saw Sion, Draven last week. We saw Sion Twitch, I think, this week. It's just a bunch of random shit thrown together. But I'd say we didn't get scared, but we knew we were really confident. I'm gonna miss my Hero of Termina in the bot lane for sure. Him and I playing together for so long back in AOL, when AOL used to be in the depths of the ladder. Hero and I still work things out, and here we are winning DuoEsports this season after getting accepted by Barbie's Naughty. I'm just really glad to say I've done it with Hero. We all got a big part of AOL in our heart.
Okay. Okay. I
Big
like
solo
it.
kill
I
mentality,
love
screw him.
the love. So excuse me. So Omen. I mean, what's your thoughts? This was your first season in the Bronze, Silver, Gold competitive series. You somehow find yourself in the finals. You somehow find yourself on the podium holding the trophy with your little gold medal around your neck, and you get a participation award because you were under 18. So, what's your thoughts? You coming back for season 3? You gonna go out there? You gonna hit Challenger? We're gonna see you on Sneaky Stream. What's the dealio here?
I'm coming back season 3.
Okay. NaughtyNips, you starting your own team? What's the deal?
ESG actually.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
you're gonna be on the season 3 team, I see.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, okay. So season 3 champions, ESG confirmed?
Confirmed, 100%.
Confirmed 100%. You heard it here, folks. If you're a betting man, throw your money on ESG season 3 for sure. So is Barbie here? I see she's muted.
I am here.
Excellent. So, if anyone is unaware, Barbie Naughty, your support MVP, as well as captain, owner, team mom to NaughtyNips. How you feeling that you boys took the gold today?
I'm so proud of them. I wasn't worried in the first place, but this is just like icing on cake.
Okay. So, let's. What was your preparation for the match? Were you out back in the yard with the rubber hose whipping everyone, telling them to learn how to farm, or was it kind of business as usual? Hey guys, nothing to worry about. It's an easy win. Just show up. Let's play once or twice and get this show on the road.
I'm gonna be completely honest. We didn't practice at all this week. Like all season, we practiced super hard, but this week we didn't practice at all. Nobody
Mainly
did
because
anything.
of schedule conflicts.
Yeah, like there was a lot of schedule stuff.
I was
think Green
grounded.
Boys and Hero played together, but other than that, nobody really played together.
That fucking Owen was grounded. It was great.
Saving your strength for the match. I understand. Very good strategy. Maybe teams will pick it up for next season. Omen, speaking of which, were your parents watching the match today? Did your parents watch the match? Were they watching the stream?
I think they watched the first match.
Oh, okay, okay, excellent. Well, make sure you say, "Hey, Ma, look at me." You say a computer's a waste of time, but I'm the champion.
Well,
So-
Jared was watching, so yeah. My dad,
So his dad was watching basically.
my dad was
All your dad.
Yes, yes. I
Yeah.
thought Jared would be more of the uncle, but anyway, neither here.
DVG's the uncle.
GVG does seem a little touchy-feely like an uncle, but anyway.
To what interview?
Yeah, so you got anything, Army? You want to add anything before we go ahead and wrap this up, let these people get to their Saturday night? Because I'm sure this team is going to go out, celebrate drinking. Obviously, Omen will be drinking Mountain Dew because he's under the age of 21. But everyone else can have a nice beer and celebrate their victory.
All right. Well, this might be a bit foreshadowing, but I wanted to ask how your guys' Wednesday was looking, by the way, or perhaps next week in particular, because I believe you might have one final opponent to go up against, and I wanted to know if you guys would be ready for it or not. Gotta keep it a surprise just in case anything were to occur or not, but would you guys like to take on one final opponent in that position?
I know who it's gonna.
I mean, you have to just give us a date. I'm sure we can be there.
All right,
Let's,
well, how
let's
does
work
this...
all this. We'll work this out stream.
Oh, fair enough. I just wanted to know if you guys would be ready for it or not. But okay, you know what?
Ready to get dicked on.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! We're against PSG again.
Spoiler alert, you're gonna get dicked.
All right, well, good.
You saying management is gonna
I
be
think-
playing in it?
I think that's a good way to. I think that's a good way to bring that segment to an end. Anyway, go ahead, Dota. You can finish us off there.
Yeah, so this has been your Bronze, Silver, Gold competitive series brought to you by DuoEsports. This has been the end of the season 2. I hope that you joined us all season. I hope that you enjoyed the cast, enjoy our YouTube. Tweet at us if you like it. Check out our Instagram, check out our Facebook. Throw us something on the Discord, sub on the Twitch. This will be it for now as far as competitive play goes. We're going to try to do some things in the off season. If anyone has any questions about the off season, we're going to take about a month break. Season 3 of the Bronze, Silver, Gold competitive series will resume on June 1st of 2018. Yes, that's only right around the corner. So please get ready. If you want to submit a team, you can do so in the Discord. If you'd like to be a staff member, you can also submit an application in the Discord. Check us out. Again, like I said, we're going to do some nice fun things. We're going to have a staff game. We're going to have some crazy ARAM tournaments for RP. So make sure you stick around, throw some likes, throw some follows, and I think that's it. We'll see you next time we stream.
Yes, we will. So final thing to add, I'm gonna go ahead and head over to the caster lobby. But final thing to add, I'll go ahead and bring myself right over here. So, real quick, folks, just want to say a personal thanks. In particular, I just want to say, although I already said thank you very much to Blaze, I wanted to say a little bit more personally. He has basically provided a lot of content and a lot of support, both as a friend and as well as a person who has, been there on every single day and occasion. He has single-handedly worked extremely hard to get everything done and get everything done at the right time. And in my genuine thanks to him, he has been really one of the best supportive staff members I've ever had to come across. And I want to say personally, thank him from the bottom of my heart. He could not be a better person to help out DuoEsports. I hope that is as clear as it can be, and I hope that he completely gets what I'm trying to say about that. With this being said, I want to also say that my career as a streamer throughout this program has been in question for a good long while. I have been stressed, I've been upset, I've been tired, I've been worked to a certain degree, and I've had every single shift done no matter what, and no matter where, or no matter when. And I've had it done correctly for a very long time, and I have consistently been ready and able every single time. I want to say that every person and everybody that has been in this program has been extremely fun to hang out with, even though not every time was I able to do so, and has been a very good treat to have been around. I want to say that I thank you all very much for letting me do everything that I want to do when it comes to preparing and getting ready for things. And those of you who've stuck with me consistently for the sake of my commentary and my streaming has been really good as well. So I just want to say thanks to everybody and all of you for watching. This is Army Overlord and Dota, who jumped in with me. And I'll be seeing you for Season 3 as well. Goodbye, everybody.